Hello.
Mover's back.
I put the banner. I forgot to change the logo. I was going to put the "This ain't the news or nothing" in the logo, but we just need to add that. It's not the show; it's the clips. People need to know that we are not.
Amen.
A news organization of any kind. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome back, or I guess welcome back because I wasn't here.
Yeah, so, welcome you back.
Hey, you know what?
I like to welcome myself back.
Allow myself to welcome myself. First error of the new year. I got to fix the overlay because it's the wrong year. It's 2026 now. Didn't you know that?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I know, dude. You would think I would have learned how to do that by now.
6 episodes.
No, nobody that listens would think that actually. So
I heard you actually ran the show. Well, but besides getting demonetized within 37 seconds of posting it, but
dude, the country
is it demonetizing or was it actually?
Oh no, it was blocked
by
blocked. You can't monetize something that's blocked.
Dude, they couldn't even watch it. Like the views.
How did I have that much hate in comments and emails?
We're not. Look, new year, new us. Matt, we're not acknowledging comments right now. We already did that on my show last week. It's a new 2026.
The taste is, yeah, but I mean,
there it is. Fixed it.
It happens. Listen, sometimes other actual news agencies hit us with.
There's nothing news about the news.
No,
that's true. That's a fact.
But we fought it because it's fair use, and here we are. So, happy New Year.
Go off and then come back on mid-show. Like, how did that work?
No, it's just when it was published, it got blocked. That's it.
No.
That's all.
I don't understand
but welcome back. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
First show of the new year.
Yeah.
Gonky and I are both under the weather.
Well, sinus infection.
I'm allergic to Texas. I learned this on that trip.
The small state.
No, I'm serious. There's something called cedar fever or something.
It's a thing. It's real. I saw it in the news.
So I've never sneezed. I started sneezing. I'm like, why am I sneezing so much? And then that turned into a full-blown sinus infection. And it's not fun. And I see you're dealing with it too now. So
correct, but I'm not in Texas.
I'm not either. I've recovered it.
Brought it with you.
I brought it with me to my house. And
I don't know. There's a couple of things going around, dude. And you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to.
No, I don't have those.
I know. You went to Texas.
I have kids. I got the training department did whatever sickness they incur upon you.
Oh, dude. The dirty sock smell was real when you kicked on the APU. Is that?
No, 7-8 doesn't get that because it's all fancy.
Okay. It's got a new sock, not a dirty.
Yeah,
sock.
It's not a cruise sock. It's not Gonky's cruise sock.
That was my first call sign mover.
Cruise sock?
Yes, it was.
Can you fit that on a name tag?
We didn't put our call signs on name tags. We just put them on our kneeboard cards. But yeah, all the IPs, they're like cruise sock. I'm like, oh yeah, like Tom Cruise. They're like, no.
So is that CS? Like, how do you shorten that? Cruise?
Oh,
Saki?
Yeah, like you take a cruise, like on a ship.
I understand the concept. I'm just asking how, like, if you got to say, hey, cruise sock, pull up. Like, how do you tell you?
They called me sock.
Sock.
Sure.
Okay. Well, that's what I needed to know is like, if you're about to hit the mountain, a la in the mission of Top Gun Maverick,
too much.
How does cruise 2 syllables is too much. It's just too much. You cannot use that as a call sign.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that is
thankfully I outgrew it. So.
Yes, the current one's so much better.
So to speak.
Yeah, the current one's that's true.
Yeah,
I don't want to go back
so much.
Actually,
so much better.
I can explain neither to my mother, so they're both bad.
Which best part about you put in your children's books.
Having been a parent, I suspect you have nothing to explain to your mother.
Wow, that's
there's a mom joke in there, but I'm not going to use it.
Which would get you? Well, it's pretty bad when cruise sock is more politically correct than Gonky.
Than my actual call sign.
Yeah, that's impressive. Actually,
it shows you how much more my Fleet brothers loved me.
We are, as a society, we're sexually freer.
Not with call signs.
Well, we accept the fact that you were using the cruise sock, and we gave you a name based on it.
Yeah.
The other thing is just pure.
But at the time we were, I had never been on a cruise, so
Notice that's the point he brings up.
He had
He never
he had
used
on
his sock.
socks for some time.
Yeah.
So now I need to know:
Oh boy, earmuffs, kids.
are you the cruise sock? Because
Oh,
that's a
good
lot
point.
different.
Like
Like
your night in the barrel.
I've always assumed that the cruise sock thing was you using the cruise sock, but now
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you are the cruise sock.
Dude,
in which case,
2026 is just going to be a.
Yeah.
It's just a winner.
just- I need to know, dude. I need to know. These are the things.
Yeah.
Hey,
See, we were
Skid, check it in.
Skid.
Hello,
Happy
Skid.
New Year.
Happy New Year. What's your resolution, Gonky?
He said it last time, did he?
Yeah.
I
Stop one.
was
I would
absent.
I would like to cease. It was my same resolution as last year. I would like to cease 121 flying by the end of the year 2026. Under my own terms.
Unintentionally, I was gonna say
Under my own terms.
as
I'm
I
sure,
got you. I'm on the
volunteer.
phone right now.
I'm sure it could be arranged.
yeah,
That's
like
easy. It's not even difficult, dude.
hoo-hoo.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm sure it could be arranged. So
We already Manchestered you. I Manchestered you like
well, yeah, but the Manchester has not matured yet, Mover.
that's right. It's true.
We'll see. Yeah.
What's the one where not Manchester? It's some other British thing, is it? Wellington or something? Like
You told me Liverpool, but I don't
Liverpool,
know.
that's what it
I don't know
is.
if
I knew it was
believe
some
you
kind
now.
of soccer thing or something. Yeah.
If you told me the wrong one, that would be a real joke.
I should do that.
That didn't count.
Yeah. Well,
It doesn't
Mover,
count
hey,
anyway.
what's yours? What's
I don't have
yours?
one. I'm gonna be the same asshole I've always been.
Just cut and
Nothing's
paste
changing.
2025. over
Nothing's
2026.
changing. Same as before.
Oh, dude.
It's all good.
I know. I
Yep.
know.
Wombat,
Hey,
welcome back. Long time no see.
thanks. Yeah.
Wombat
Like,
helped
all
me
I'm
with
doing
the
is-
mailbag.
Podcasts lately. But
Yeah.
that's
Hey, by
fun.
the way, I popped in on the mailbag, made some comments.
you?
You guys, yeah, you guys didn't even
I didn't
the
have a
chat
Douglas.
acknowledged me. You guys,
I didn't
even
have a
care.
Douglas. Douglas was
Yeah, we were
playing
deep
hooky.
in discussion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I bet you said some nice things about me. Thanks, dude. And you
Did
didn't know
I?
I was watching. Yes, you did.
here's the problem.
You can't take
Gonky.
that back. That was last year. You cannot take it back.
20 it was actually this year.
Was it?
But yeah. 2026 with what AI can do. Don't assume
That's
what
true,
I was
that's
saying
true.
was really me or that I'm even here now.
No, you're definitely.
How many books are you working on, Wombat?
2.
How's that going?
Good.
Great.
Very good.
That's
Good.
the kind of
Good to great.
exposition I would expect from an author.
See,
I'm
One
a
word
man of
answers.
words.
Word. I'm a man of word.
Hold on. I'll check. Let me see. I don't, you taught me not to count words because it doesn't matter.
No, I
Just
tell you
write-
specifically
write
to
the
go
stories.
count words. I never said that. That's I
Software
actually
tells you for
advocate.
you.
6,500 this year.
Nice,
That's not nothing.
nice. Saint the
On
news
the
or
one,
nothing.
I didn't look at the other book. That one.
So
Average
this
of
is going to be
1,100
my
a day.
advertisement.
Mhm.
Go buy Wombat's books if you'd like.
They're right there. You can see them.
Well, you buy 'em, probably not from his house. Go to a
Yeah.
store
Yeah.
online, perhaps for chance.
Thank you.
Buy his books to help fund his
Podcast.
Porsche,
Oh.
and then go buy Gonky's books if you have children,
for your
or
kids.
if you're just into that sort of thing.
Yeah,
You don't have to
cool.
have kids to want to color.
No.
It's ages whatever and up. Not there's no limit at the top. There's 99.
Adult coloring is a very big thing.
It
Yeah.
is. I discovered while I was creating those books. I'm like,
Well, and you don't have just coloring books. Like you have children's books.
I do. Yeah.
Just
Activity books, couple story books. Check it out.
Gonky's working on his
You're
autobiography.
about to get
I am,
some competition.
From you?
Nope.
Your wife?
My son
Nice.
is currently writing a story, and I told him if he gets a story I will figure out how to get it drawn up, published, and any dollar he makes will go into his own account.
That's awesome, dude.
And he's doing it, man. Like he
Get it
told me
done.
he's multiple chapters through, and I thought to myself, that's adorable because
He's 7.
he's 7. Yeah. And I'm like, your whole book's a chapter, but I'm not going to kill his dreams. So he's working on that.
Maybe he's
But
doing
yeah.
voice to text, man. He's just talking it.
Maybe. I wish.
Alec, there you go, man.
Awesome,
If he
Alec.
did,
Thank
if
you.
he did that, I'd be able to understand what he's writing. That's all. But yeah, there's a lot of big
Well,
things happening around.
Tell him don't lose it in the third act. So Doug
I
always
don't know
tells
what that
me.
means. Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
important.
ask Doug. I don't know.
Anybody
Yeah.
can write the first 2 acts.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah. Wait.
that's true.
What?
Closing the deal is the hard part.
Yeah.
He says to 2 authors.
Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah, it's been busy, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of big news coming. So you already missed one of it.
What kind of
It's
news?
fine. Well, I already dropped a hint and you didn't even pick up on it. I'm sure the chat will or can find it.
Like just now you dropped a hint?
Mm-hmm. You guys are great. Let's move on with the show and see if anybody comes up with it. It'll be fun. If anybody comes up with it, how about this? If anybody comes up with it, whatever they super chat pay to get it up on the screen, I will double
right.
and give to Wake for Warriors. That'll be a fun little
No,
game.
no. Double and give it to us. We need it.
Wombat, come on, dude. You know, fighter pilots. If you're not really talking about me, I'm just zoning out, dude.
Yeah, dude. You can't do
I'm
that
like-
to it.
And oh, by the way, it has to be the correct answer. So you can
book.
super chat all your guesses. In fact, I hope you do because that'll just make Mover and Gonky money. But
And the IRS and
And
YouTube.
Doug.
Yeah.
yep. So we'll see. We'll see. Or somebody will just
And
get it the first time.
rephrase the question for the kids at home.
There's no question. The question, I said there's big news, and you said what news? And I said I already dropped the hint.
There it
And it
is.
was a pretty obvious hint.
Is it
Oh,
are
dang.
you buying Airwolf?
No,
No.
I did hear it,
You
but it
did
didn't
hear
register. It didn't
It
register.
didn't register.
Well, wait, let's talk about Airwolf. Are you buying me this?
No. Because helicopters are scary.
Can anybody buy me this?
I'm sure somebody can.
Can we
Elon
just
Musk
buy
can.
this, please.
Just hit buy now. Is it right there?
No,
Oh,
it's
it's email
email the
seller.
seller.
Hey, but at least it doesn't say ask for price. That's when it's bad.
That's when I can't afford it. I can't afford it here, but for sure, if
Yeah.
you have to ask for
Yeah.
price, I'm
Yeah.
just like, no.
Yeah.
So,
Many
if
a
you could all
car
go
have
buy
I
some
asked.
books. Mover could buy Airwolf.
That's right. You need to buy a lot of books.
Lots
A
of books.
lot of books.
A lot of books. Oh, people have already guessed it.
They-
I was fast.
it was fast.
Let's see. Let's see here. John says Wombat podcast.
Yes, sir.
And Takier says, welcome to the Wombat podcast.
So you
Wait,
owe
no.
Wake for Warriors $40.
$39.99 technically.
Combine those.
But
Hold on now.
what?
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 What? Since when?
Hey, Mover, he
What
did
now?
not sign a non-compete, so he can do whatever he wants.
Well, wait. When did this happen?
I believe the first video and podcast was uploaded at 4:52 p.m.
You
Oh.
uploaded a podcast?
Look
You've
at
already
It's short.
recorded it?
Yeah. This is a
Where?
lot easier than your
Where is
followers realize. It's
Where is
super
that?
simple.
Where is? Hold
The
on.
secret's
now
out.
You
Is
just,
this
you
on
just hit
YouTube?
record. It's on
And
YouTube.
start talking.
and
It's on
start
YouTube?
talking. And then
Hold on.
you
Oh,
link it up to
why do I
Spotify.
just-
And now
Douglas.
Mover's
Technically,
looking
it's
for
not
it.
double dipping because he's
What's it
not dipping
called?
here.
Wombat?
you just look at my name on YouTube. It's not called Wombat.
Why wouldn't it be called a wombat? You know, if you Google wombat, you get a lot of cute little animals.
I know. I got some.
I'm finding this out right now as we speak.
Oh,
Let's see.
Mover. He's
Get
dude,
there.
it's like a kid in a candy store.
Jeff
It's like, you know,
Clark official? No, that was 2 years ago.
No.
Aircrew interview.
No.
TR Matson.
See your search. No.
Never down, never out. Episode 0.
There it is.
What the hell?
I
It's
don't
got no
lie.
views. How do we fix that? Here, I'm going to put the link in the description.
Put the link. Yeah.
No.
Now just wait till our show's over.
I'll let it
then
run
go.
while we're doing the show. He'll get a view.
Thank you.
How do I?
That'll help pay the $39.99 to Wake for Warriors that I own now.
That's
Not
right.
40, Doug. We don't round up.
Hold on, I got to subscribe.
There you go.
I must already be subscribed.
Somebody was. That was actually the funniest part. Is as soon as I uploaded it, my wife is like, "You have 3 subscribers," and she's like, "Who are they?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
It's right here.
And she's like, "Well, go look."
Won't even be able to tell when they add it to the stage. It'll look this
Hey, how dare you? I had it.
What?
Perfect.
And it's on Spotify too.
Look
7
at that.
subscribers.
I know.
Do you have an intro yet?
No. This is.
It's all right, dude. The key is just start.
Yeah, just put it out there.
That's right.
This podcast is about discipline when motivation fades.
Look at that. Uh-huh.
Dang, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give
See,
it
it
a
was
thumbs
light
up.
up. 452.
You know, dude,
You have a view.
WOMBAT starts a podcast about discipline and motivation for the new year, and mine is about quitting.
Yep.
What is that?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
what a
Yet
dis-
somehow,
what a
Gonky, if the last
disparity.
24 years of our friendship has proven anything,
I'm going to get a
you'll be successful and I won't. Somehow. I don't understand it, but somehow.
You know what's ironic is the way YouTube actually works. We could copyright strike you
Okay.
because we have the bigger channel. So it'll show.
I have
up
to
in-
learn how all this stuff works anyway.
It'll show
Might
up
as
as
well do
content
it.
ID.
Is that how
Oh,
YouTube
that's
works?
awesome.
Might makes right.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
That's amazing. Well, congratulations.
That's awesome. Dude.
And also, I can't say the words that I'm thinking, but
oh boy.
up yours for not telling me. I'm
Now, this
waiting.
whole part. Look at how great this clip's going to be, though.
You kind of did.
No, this
Yeah.
is
We never clipped the intro, man.
We don't clip
Well,
it.
maybe
We
you
don't
should
clip the
start
intro.
today. Maybe you should start.
Come on now.
So,
All right. Well, let's pay service and homage to our fans, not the competition.
which are
fans.
now mine, apparently. So they're all the same people. We're one big happy family.
All right. So is your New Year's resolution to what is this? What's the plan here?
For me,
Yeah, you.
so to write, that's the main plan.
This is
It's
not
to
writing. This is not. This is a podcast.
Okay, you didn't let me finish. Now you're interrupting me, and that's my role in this podcast. So we're confusing. When we go on mine, then you
Sorry.
can interrupt me.
I got a lot of
Okay.
pent-up interruption from
Apparently.
not being here for 2 weeks.
My goal professionally is to write
Right.
and get 1 to 2 books published this year.
Mhm.
The podcast is designed, and I say it, I'm not, well, I'm going to steal a thunder, but go watch it anyway, is, none of us really know how long we have here, right? I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm fine. Like I haven't learned anything. I'm not freaking anybody out, but we don't know. And Gonky, you remember back when you started some of the early recordings of your YouTube channel that I don't even know if those exist anymore. A lot of it was for your kids,
Yeah.
right? It was to pass along stories and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So what I realize is, my kids are young. I'm not young. How long am I going to be around while I meet their kids? Who knows, right? So if I could get something recorded of just little snippets. So what you're going to get is the first one's a little shorter, but 20 to 30 minutes on a topic.
Mhm.
And I have a list of 365
Oh my God.
in front of me. And my goal is to do 1 a day. Yeah.
One podcast per day.
Well, no, again, let's get over. See, this is where I really have to now be honest with your viewers. Like, podcasting's super easy. It took me 25 minutes. Like, and honestly, 5 of those minutes was setting up the camera. The other 5 was to go to the bathroom and then come back and have a drink. So it's really not that hard. So, but you guys.
That's 2 people today that have told me my jobs are too easy.
That's true.
That's twice in the
I'm
last
just
2
kidding.
hours that has happened.
I am just kidding.
That is,
He's already
so-
got volunteers for a producer too, which,
Yeah.
as we all know, is the secret.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I said that in the video. I'm learning as I go, but it's really the whole design behind it is one of the themes, and I have to thank you both for this because it's from being on this show and Mover on your channel.
We
Is
need
all
to
right, knock it
contact
off.
the
Knock it
lawyers.
off. Is look, we talked about. I know you said you didn't want to talk about it. I tend to notice the negatives. So what I did is I went back and was like, okay, I'm not going to notice the negative comments, or at least I'm just going to laugh at those idiots. Let's look at the positive comments. And there's a trend that I have seen since the first interview I've done on both of your channels. And that is, for some reason, and don't ask me why, because I don't know, but a positive mental energy comes out of me. Right now, there's a lot of sarcasm and ridicule and laughter and all that, but there's this underlying foundation of positivity. And I go, look, this never down, never out thing's been around. It's going to be its own book. That's the second book. But if I can give 20 to 30 minute clips for my kids to be able to, when they're going through something, as I explained to my son, tonight, like, what if the best looking girl at school, which is awkward because we homeschool, but that's another discussion, doesn't want to go to prom with them, right? It's funny the way but you get my point. Like, you get rejected by somebody or whatever. If he can go back into literally a file of videos or audio files and be like, I have an issue with this, find it, search it, listen to his old man talk about it. That's kind of the goal. If I can then put it out for other people and help them, a lot of people don't have dads anymore or don't have somebody that's a mentor, maybe not a good role model. I'm not saying I'm the best role model, but I might be better than some. So I'm throwing it out there.
So it's like
it will not
with ChatGPT.
Yeah, it will not compete.
Your podcast currently has more likes than views, so I'm starting to get suspicious.
Hey, who's your first guest? Who's going to be your first guest?
There's no guess. It's just me.
Oh,
it's
wow.
just me talking. Yeah, I'm not going to do guests. I didn't want to have to choose between you two and Doug, and everybody knows I picked Doug.
Anyway.
And that's awkward. So
John?
that is...
Okay.
That is...
John says, Happy New Year from DFW. Hope you didn't take Cedar. I did. I did. And I didn't know what that meant until I did. It's terrible. Big Rig says, Stank, pull up. I don't understand.
That was a call sign, wasn't it? Stank.
Probably.
Call
Stank.
sign.
Who's Stank? Oh, like a call sign. Tic Tac's got my back. Best call signs are 2 syllables. Gonky, Mover, Wombat, Chappy, Tic Tac.
Perfect.
Big Rig says AI Wombat would be an absolute menace.
It's a fact.
Dude, that's what you could do is you could create an AI likeness of yourself, like Superman with his dad in the the House of Solitude or whatever, and the thing with the ice.
No.
He talks to his dad because he's a hologram. Obi-Wan? No? Okay. Mixing some stuff up. Colin Kelly says it's my favorite crew. Fortress of Solitude. Happy New Year, gents. Thanks, Colin.
Thank you.
Heat Seeking says autobiographical coloring book on starting a podcast.
Just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Renee says Wombat is coming out as an alien. Robert says, what? In response to Wombat's podcast. Subi says, I watched the DCS tournament over a week ago. I noticed everyone was chasing each other with blowers on. Is that how it is in real life?
Exactly.
Yes.
Wait.
Especially if you're new.
Yeah.
Lift vector on and pull.
All right.
Throttle position.
I wasn't kidding. Is that not how you guys flew it?
Lift vector on and pull.
Yeah.
I want you to
That's
see.
one way of doing it.
The landing pattern also works the same way that way, actually. So
Yeah. All right. And then let's see. To Wolf Jaeger, Wombat won't share his grand plan if he had a chance of stopping it, like some Action Comics villain. He already did it 36 minutes ago. And wait, you're publishing videos on Mondays too?
every day. Every day. Monday is every day.
Every day.
That's the plan. It's not going to happen with my schedule, but my goal is to get ahead. That's whatever. I'm going to try to get ahead of it, right?
Your dumb Air Force games don't work on me.
No, I'm immune. Sorry. But yeah, so that's the plan, is to, tomorrow get up, record a few, publish, one at a time. It's, yeah.
District Under Oak says, Wombat, you should make videos pranking minimum wage workers and you will make it big.
I'm not.
Minimum wage airline pilots there.
John says, I say we watch the video and ruin the first episode.
Do it. It's easily ruined. I think I ruined it myself just by talking through it. So
Skibbity, whatever, sir.
That's awesome.
Wombat podcast, big leagues calling.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, you're on your way. Jason Bewley, get to the point, guys.
Okay.
We got to the point. We're here. This is the
I hate
whole
to tell you
point.
this.
This is the point. Yes, we're like Seinfeld.
There is
Sort
no
of.
point.
Show about nothing.
Aviation Seinfeld. There is
Correct.
no point.
Yeah,
Correct.
This is as good as it gets.
Go watch one of the other serious people.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Rowland says, invite Gonky on the new podcast with dial-up internet. All four of y'all are incredible. Salute. Thanks.
Thank you.
Ashton is already volunteering to be Wombat's Doug.
Send me an email. I pay very little to nothing.
Alex says, a Wombat podcast. I got 29 videos on mine with 3 more coming out. I'll subscribe. Still working on your project and mine.
Nice,
Thank you,
Alex.
Alex. He is, just so the viewers know, he is working on a shirt to support my mom and what she's going through. Which is
Oh,
really
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
So,
All right. Simon says, we're going to get Wombatisms.
yes, 365 of them
Perfect.
eventually.
Aiko says, Mover started through the book series, finished Spectre Rising on vacation. Second one appeared today. Loving them so far. Thank you. Go watch. Go read so that I can buy Airwolf. Holly Movie Star says, I've yet to go, but if Pensacola, check out Chappie James Museum of Pensacola. It's in Chappie's childhood home. Probably a different Chappie than that one I just used.
Probably.
Not the same guy. Yeah. Probably a real guy. Not Chappie Sinclair.
No.
Laura B playing Twitch says, dude paid $5 to tell him to get to the point. Has he never seen the show?
Yeah.
We won't complain. $5
Yeah,
is $5.
Yeah, if that's all it takes, I'll sit here for the next 2 hours and talk about nothing.
Spider is also getting over the flu. Could use mental health.
Yeah, that
giving us
sucks,
both.
man.
Sinus pressure. The headaches. The sinus headaches have been every morning.
From what I've heard, it
Last
like
couple-
moves too. Like you're gonna go headache, and then it's gonna be like throat, chest, back to headache, and then out. So
A headache here is where it's the last 3 days has been like just pure pressure.
just do like a Valsalva really hard.
Yeah, I tried that and I could not clear my ears after that. So
Okay,
frowned
no,
upon.
push harder. When in doubt,
Yeah.
here's my aviation tip of the day: push till it squeaks. It'll be fine.
Jimmy says, crazy you started having Dirk Nowitzki on the show. I don't know. Doug over in the private chat trying to explain to me who Chappie James. Doug, I know. I just was making a joke.
What I love about that is he's so polite that he writes in the private chat. He doesn't just come out and be like, "Hey,
Thank you.
dummy."
Yeah, I know. My
That's my
poorly
I
landed
get paid
joke.
to do this.
I get paid to do this.
Yes.
Renee wants a T-shirt from Alex, so we need
Nice.
to figure that out. All right. In accordance with the previous comment, let's and we're not going to hear what I have to say because I already made a video about this.
Well,
So
if
it's
it's
you
what I think
guys.
you're talking about, I don't know anything about it. So this is going to be fun for Gonky to talk about.
Perfect. I'll set the stage for you, Gonky. A couple nights ago, per Raisin Kane, chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, awesome American,
Yep.
they did an apprehension mission to bring to justice Nicolas Maduro, Operation Absolute Resolve. And they used every component of the joint force: air, sea, land, space, law enforcement, intel, CIA, NSA, NGA, 150 aircraft taking off from, I believe it was 20 bases at least. They took off, they got the good luck and Godspeed go at 22:46 Eastern time using fighters, bombers, RQ. So they use like an RQ-170 allegedly, rotary wing surveillance. Then they got the launch and they flew in at 100 feet above water using space, cyber, and layered effects. Marines, Navy, Air Force, Air National Guard, F-35s, F-22, F-35, F-18, the Growler, E-2, Wombat, you know about,
Of course they
as
did.
well as the Hornet, B-1, others, drones. They dismantled the air defense using SEED to protect the helos that went in at 100 feet. They'd used, once they got feet dry, they started terrain masking. And if you watch one of the videos we'll queue up, it was foggy, which is incredible to me. So they went in with the element of surprise. They arrived at the Maduro compound at 0101 Eastern time, which was 0201 Caracas time. Speed, surprise, violence of action is what they said they used. And then basically Maduro didn't even know until like 3 minutes prior, and the wife goes, "What's that noise, honey?" They were using real-time intel to know where he was. They had one aircraft that was hit and one service member, I think, maybe more, but I think just one that was injured. The aircraft was hit but flyable. And then they did overhead tactical aviation offensive counter air with no loss of U.S. life. They exfilled to the Iwo Jima and back to Puerto Rico. And they had multiple self-defense engagement. In fact, one of these videos on my channel, I talked about it. I was wrong because one of the comments that was with it said it was an Apache. It's actually this thing I didn't even know about called a UH-60 DAP, Direct Action Penetrator. Giggity. And this thing is badass. It's got
That's
like
a
all
cool
the
sighting
sensors. It's got rockets, 30 mic. Like the thing is a chain gun, just awesome machine. And they fought their way out. The mission ended at 03:29 Eastern time. And they successfully captured Maduro and his wife. And obviously that has been in the news a lot because people are arguing about it in the comments. And now I turn it over. Oh, Maduro and his wife were turned over to the Southern District of New York. They had been previously indicted for narco-terrorism. Gentlemen, I yield.
What, just for my small brain, start time from the go to when they had him beat, like what was the timeline? I'm just curious because I haven't followed.
22:46 Eastern time.
Okay.
And they were back at 03:29 is when they got the go. From the go to the index or end mission, I guess, was 03:29. So I think the actual mission itself took less than 4 hours. Like once they departed to get back, and they were in country maybe 2 hours, like at the compound, 0101 at the compound and 03:29 to get back. So 2.5 hours from the time they got to the compound to the time they got to the Iwo Jima. So we have videos. Gonky, over to you if you want to play them. Any specific ones?
Yeah, I've got them all up. Just let me know which ones you want. I've got MH-60Ms.
Yeah, play that one. That one's pretty. That's the one that move we're talking about. You got the helicopter mixed up, right? Look at this thing, man.
This is a new one.
They're all new to me.
Can you make it big, so to speak?
Oh wait, maybe it'll get bigger.
There it is.
And louder.
Wow.
That's such a cool sound.
30 mic and rockets.
Wow.
It's weird. It doesn't sound anything like anything Hollywood puts out for a gun.
Oh, it sounds way more awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I think Black Hawk Down sounded like that.
Yeah, they did
I think you're right.
They did a good job.
That's wild, dude. Wombat, you want to comment?
No comment.
Well,
Let
hey,
me speed off you.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm just a fighter brain, right? So politics aside, I know people on the left and right are throwing spears at one another, as they should. Dude, I thought the Iran operation that we did a couple months ago was pretty impressive, and it was. It was a very impressive operation. But when you just think about, we kind of telegraphed our intentions anyways, right? There's assets converging there in Puerto Rico. Obviously, there was words being exchanged. So it's not like this was a complete surprise, to the regime there in Venezuela. And to me, it's amazing that in today's environment, you had all of air, land, sea, and not only that mover, but like not only military, but like CIA, right? I mean, all kinds of different branches working together in a coordinated fashion to pull this off. And in a time span of roughly 4 hours, they launched 150 airplanes, went into another country, extracted their president, took him back to a U.S. Navy ship, and didn't lose anybody. because in my mind, like when this mission is being briefed, as a fighter pilot, some of the things that you talk about are blue losses acceptable or not? And I'm sure, I mean, in an operation like this, if you would have told me beforehand the plan, I'd have been like, dude, we're going to lose some guys on this one. Like, we're going to probably lose a couple of helicopters because Venezuela, they have F-16s, Su-30s. They have, I can't remember off the top of my head the SAMs they have, but they're not a defenseless country. That's what I'm saying. And again, like I said, tensions were rising. It's not like just out of the blue this happened. So as somebody with a somewhat tactical mind, I just think it's astonishing that whoever was in charge, Raising Cane. So everybody who participated in the planning and execution of this, and to my understanding, the weather was actually part of the plan. Like they were kind of waiting for this kind of weather.
It's not a good time of year for the weather there.
Right, but that was part of the plan, and the intel was obviously coming in real time. This is just from what I've heard, and then the plan was able to evolve real time to get this done. Dude, 150 just on the air side, 150 airplanes coordinated.
Oh, dude,
in such a short time span. The logistics of that, right? The launching, the check-in, the fuel. There's Mover, you shared a couple clips with me. We might show it on the show of like Raptors coming back min fuel and stuff, right? I mean, everything was just planned to the to the T, and it's pretty astonishing. I mean, my hat's off to every single serviceman, law enforcement person, everybody who participated in that, as far as executing a flawless plan of that magnitude. I think it's incredible, to be honest. I am like I said, politics aside, I think it was absolutely incredible. I've done large force exercises. We all have, all three of us. And dude, I honestly can't think of one that didn't have some pretty good buffoonery. And in an exercise like this, like that magnitude of buffoonery would have probably got people killed.
Wow.
So
I'm sure there's the untold story of buffoonery that we'll never hear about because that's just the way things work. But
yeah, valid.
They did I mean, you also, and like I talked about in my other video, it didn't just happen with the trigger pullers, the maintainers, the tankers, C2, the ISR assets, everybody out there contributed to a successful mission.
Well, and you sorry, go ahead, dude.
And I was going to say, and then when they get back, the controllers were overwhelmed. I mean, that's a lot of airplanes to try to put in a very small area, and they're not used to handling that volume. And some of them were emergency fuel. Yeah. So we're lucky we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it also, the fact that, I mean, you had slow moving helicopters cruising over, Venezuelan airspace. I think it's a testament to how effective the SEAD capabilities are of U.S. air power. Again, I just come full circle back to like, it's astonishing to me that we didn't like lose a helicopter, right? So clearly Growler, F-35, did you see F-16 CJs? I don't know. I know F-16s were in the mix, but
no, F-16s were not participating.
Oh, they weren't. Okay.
No, just the Viper or the F-35s and the Hornets.
Yeah, just that whole SEAD package, how effective, that is of basically opening it up a window of time for the ground forces, the special forces, to get in there to do what they needed to do. So, I mean, it's incredible, man. Like it is an incredible.
It proved skid right. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. Last time I was on about, A-10 versus near peer.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Right.
Here's the A-10.
Yeah.
I mean, if the MH-47s and MH-60s can survive in this.
Oh yeah. A-10, absolutely.
I mean, now would an A-10 have been useful here? Maybe.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, I tell you what, if one of these aircraft had gone down, you damn well would have wanted a Sandy on station.
Well, to your, to the point of our seat is so effective, we can have 4th gen assets out there, right? So, which the A-10 is a superior airplane when it comes to uncontested airspace, close air support. So, yeah, you're right, dude. I'm just, the more I hear about it, the more details that come out. I listen to, Raising Cane talk about it. Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth talk about it. The president. I just listen in whatever's on the news. And again, politics aside, but you just listen to the details of the actual operation, and it is, it's remarkable. It definitely tops, in my mind. It's even more astonishing than the Iran strike.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
It's
This is better than the Bin Laden raid. I mean,
this is like a movie. Like
yes,
this is just it's like a movie, dude. Like,
this is I wrote it, but nobody believes me because it went too well.
Let's be clear. There was Navy SEALs involved. It will be a movie. I mean,
well, there were no Navy SEALs.
No, it was
all there was.
This is SFODD. This is the D boys.
Yeah.
I heard it was them, but I thought I read somewhere where there was also.
I mean, I don't, maybe they were embedded in there, but this was primarily the 160th with Delta, because they called them out specifically. Said
sure.
Yeah, it would do to a T. Just like as excited. Unfortunately, like people died, which sucks. And war in general. I want to promote peace and negotiation, not war and whatnot. But dude, it is. It reads like a Hollywood movie.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
We'll see what happens next.
Yeah, well, the other thing I can, again, like I said, politics aside, is we all did all three of us did the 20 years in the desert kind of thing, and the strike and leave. If you have to take care of business, I'm a fan of a violent strike and leave. I think in the end it's better for everybody. But
yeah, don't fight fair.
Right.
Yeah.
Overwhelm it and get it done with and move on.
Leave. Yes.
Period.
Gonky, what I did not hear is if our Raptor brethren actually got a kill. I don't think they did, because the next day the video is of there's video of the Vipers and the flankers taking off and going south,
leaving.
Like, I don't think they actually got anybody airborne,
which
means the Raptor is still too balloon. Yeah, they have no. Like, one of the things I was always worried about is our precious Viper, the F-16, was going to get shot down by a Raptor, but still, as of today, as far as I know, which, give them credit though. I mean, this mission is every mission we've ever trained for. And I've said this on my other video, and people are like, what do you mean you train for it? Like, no. We train the part task trainers, the large force exercises, the joint force employment, all that stuff is this. This is exactly integrating with, space, sea, air, all that stuff. That's your graduation exercise. And the fact that they pulled this off is just, I don't know. Wombat, you've been quiet. I mean, you got any thoughts?
No, I agree. And I mean, I don't want to get political because I'm not smart enough to be political. There's a lot of ins and outs to the reason this went down that I'm not an expert on, and nor will I ever be an expert on. I'm very impressed with essentially our U.S. military in every facet to be able to essentially go dark and execute this mission on a level that I don't know if, I mean, we've done, the Top Gun courses, the Red Air courses, the Red Flag stuff, the joint extra. Dude, nothing I did had 150 aircraft airborne at the same time.
No.
Unless you counted all of Afghanistan, including tankers, AWACSs, cargo planes. I mean, just for dumb luck, and airliners that were flying around. I mean, like, we never did anything to that level. Like, I think we did Northern Edge in 2005 up in Alaska. And I want to say the biggest mission they did, and this was the first time the Raptors were involved. So it was a big deal to show how good the Raptor was. like the biggest exercise was like 45 aircraft. And that was huge. And to watch, and we were all sitting there in one auditorium in our cubicles planning this thing. And it still got screwed up. But it was like, that was 45. I mean, you're talking 3 times that with multiple different agencies. You know, we didn't really have a ton of ground assets. We didn't, I mean, it's unbelievable to me, our ability to flip a switch, turn the lights out, and manipulate what we needed to and manipulate to achieve the mission, and then turn the switch back on the way out. Mission success. You know what I mean? That I was like, damn. Because I'll be honest, if you asked me 2 weeks prior if we could, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm glad that I was proven horribly wrong, because that's nice. So
Well,
again, where it goes from here, who knows? What happens from now, who knows? But damn, man, kudos.
said this on my other video, Gonky. Fat Amy may not look the part, but she's very capable.
Dude, and the thing is, Raptors, I don't know if they saw any action or not, but and I agree with you, Fat Amy, she's not attractive. But that airplane, probably the Growler was mixed in there as well, was
E2D.
effective. Sorry, and the E2D, sorry.
I'm just saying, no, I mean, there's some big capability jumps in that can do things as well.
Right, but those airplanes, those assets were so successful at blinding, confusing, and keeping the Venezuelan air assets on the ground. The Raptor didn't have a job, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, you're right. Because I mean,
I
really,
don't know of any. Maybe they did, and we haven't heard about it yet. But
yeah, maybe. But I agree. I mean, you're right. That's the whole purpose of the Raptor, is to be there for the air superiority. And
right,
if you could fix that by not needing it,
yes,
it's good to have them there,
yes, just in
burning
case.
holes at an extremely expensive rate. And the guys on the ground want that, and the other air assets want that.
Yeah,
Speaking from somebody who flew 1,000 hours in a plane that has no countermeasures, trust me, the other aircraft want that. But it is cool to be able to do it so covertly that it's like, yeah, man, we essentially, in a world, and you kind of allude to it, in a world where everybody knows everything about everything at all moments, and there's no privacy, we essentially turn the lights completely out. That's
Wild.
damn impressive.
Wild. Yeah,
That's damn impressive. So
yeah,
All right.
glad everybody on our side got back safe.
yeah.
Anything else, Gonky, on that one?
Nope. I'm sure there's more to follow, sir.
Okay.
All right. MJ says the YouTube display name thing was annoying at first, but watching Mover try to pronounce them is so worth it. Got you on that one, didn't
It
I?
gets us all, dude.
T. Kelly says must have put white bands on their helmets and told them they were evaluators. Warhorse says, but we're the 160th guys playing Ride of the Valkyries on the way in. This will only make sense to those of us over 50s. Nah, it's Fortunate Son.
Yeah, I thought, CCR.
Oh, they were playing something, I'm sure.
Elias says it was pretty nerve-wracking. I missed work the next day as I spent the night on the phone with my aunt and uncle, hearing JDAMs in the back hit the neighborhood where I grew up in. Holy crap.
Wow.
Wow.
You're okay.
Wow. Holly Movie Star says, cue the Team America World Police theme song. Evan says, a few Kanukistan Kopecks for the show. What do you think? Guys, think of the Sea Tactics tech used in Absolute Resolve. I think it's, I don't understand it, but I'm glad it exists.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And if I did understand it, I'd probably go to jail if I talked about it. So there's that whole thing.
Yeah.
But
we think it's incredible. That's what we think.
yeah. Well, there's no better seed platform than Fat Amy.
Yeah.
It really is the best.
Despite
Thank
her-
God for
her
nerds
looks.
doing nerd stuff. That's
Yeah,
all right.
the jet is maybe, like I said, it's not the sexiest of airplanes, but
You don't
do.
say.
very capable.
Not even close.
Baghdadi Mike says, huge evolution from when we invaded Haiti with 2 Army divisions and a Marine regiment. Basically do the same thing. I was in that one, and it was massive. Very well done, including the E2s.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Bronx Gunner.
Thanks, Bronx.
Doug, if you find something relevant to that, let us know. T. Kelly says, good thing we had Granada as a learning experience for how not to do joint ops a few decades ago.
Yeah, but hopefully we learned something from it, right? And that's
Buzzword.
yeah.
Robin says, politics aside, don't screw with the U.S. military. Yeah, well. Bronx Scouter, there it is. Hello from NZ. Check out the RAF Flyberry in the Canberra. What is that?
That's
Did we do that?
Canberra's the town, right?
Did we do that one?
I almost think we did.
No, we did one where the Super Hornet did the
okay.
Because
Can she now be thick Amy? Hasn't she earned it? No.
Nope.
No. This is purely based on looks,
Yeah.
not capability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Capability. She's awesome, Amy.
Hey, Aaron says prayers for Wombat, going through some of the same things in my family. Hate to hear that.
Thanks, Aaron. Wow.
All right. So the orders have been changed around on me. I guess we're going to talk about why we need the Air National Guard. Why do we have an Air National Guard? This
Somebody
article
spelled it wrong too. I don't know who that would
come
have been.
on.
Hang on. Let's fix that.
So for the thumbnail on this, there's a Somali preschool that you can use. Sign that'd be perfect for that. I'm just saying. Sorry, it's too
Yard. Now, Doug, when you do a title, I think everything has to be capitalized, right?
I
Their National
disagree.
Guard. Oh boy.
Well, that's this one already. This one's all caps. Anyway.
They could be wrong.
So Harrison Cass would like to know, why does America have an Air National Guard? Though one might imagine the Air National Guard is a secondary force using refurbished equipment to defend America's borders. It regularly deploys to conflict zones with modern fighters. How it works, it talks about the state and federal missions, which we can talk about in a little bit. Can you scroll down, Doug? There's this man's driver's license. The Air National Guard flies the same planes as the Air Force, primary reserve force, blah, blah, blah. They fly the Eagle 2, the EX, the C, the F-16, the F-35, KC-135, KC-46, ISR. And they use all the same stuff. Go down to the bottom. We'll get to their thesis statement. Why it's underappreciated? Well, no one knows. Likely because it has no permanent bases and fewer high-profile missions. It operates quietly domestically. This is an interesting article. I'm glad they did that. But Gonky, I wanted to talk about it a little bit because Vermont was part of Operation Absolute Resolve. What? Stop doing that.
Stop doing
Leave
what?
it. Oh, it's timed. That's why this thing keeps
So much anger.
it keeps being on a timer. Yeah, it's on a timer. Vermont was part of that, which they're the F-35 squadron that is Guard. I think they're TFI, so I think they have active duty as well. But, you know, if you go up to Minnesota, Duluth, they've got F-16s that are like awesome, highly advanced, upgraded. And in fact, in my experience, the F-16 units not only have, the Guard units not only have more experience, but they have more toys, because the upgrade process for a Guard jet is faster and with less red tape and different pots of money than if active duty did it. So a lot of times with the same jets, the Guard version would have newer, cooler features and toys because we could go get those developed on our own in the Guard Reserve with Ingria money and other ways through the Tucson test than active duty could going through the traditional ways. And so you'll find a lot of these Guard units will have really nice jets with more experienced pilots. And they're cheaper because, you know, fewer full-timers, part-timers don't cost you as much in insurance and retirement. They do all the state missions, disaster relief, all that stuff, but they do federal missions too, like alert. So when you talk alert, who's launching a scramble for a 9/11 type event or for something else, it's going to be the Guard. That's who sits alert, air sovereignty alert here in the United States for the most part. And they deploy just as much as active duty. And sometimes it's more of a pain in the ass because you send somebody 6 months downrange who's an airline guy. It's a much bigger sacrifice than sending an active duty Bubba 6 months downrange. But
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys
Definitely,
think?
for sure. I mean, obviously, I think you hit it, Mover. It streamlines it all. Takes all the not all. It takes a large amount of the red tape out, as a line of defense for our country, and I think it's extremely important. And it's not just air assets, right? I mean, we're talking about the Air National Guard here, but the Guard in general is extremely important. So I think you hit the nail on the head on that one, and
I like the fact that kind of like
the guy did say fighting Falcons in his article, didn't he? So it kinda,
Yeah, we don't. I mean, the guy, article aside, I thought it was a good topic because it's just off the heels of this mission where the Guard, and they talked about there was a 49-year-old in this mission. And
nice.
My comments.
So you guys still got a chance.
Well, my comments were like, well, he's probably one of the 160th guys. And I'm like, he could be a Vermont guy because Guard Bubba 49, whatever.
Well, yeah. So the Guard is another avenue that the DoD in general can retain talent, at least on the flying side, right? So that's what I'm smart on is the flying side. Yeah. So similar to like the Navy Reserve had a unit out of Atlanta. I think it was VFA 203. Very senior when the 20 years ago when the war started, Afghanistan, Iraq, they went over, did exceptional. And then
they had a whole air wing in Atlanta.
The whole air, yeah.
Whole air wing.
They did exceptional because there was so much talent and everybody in there was super senior. And then when they got back, they got rewarded by being decommissioned. But
bingo.
But the Guard is more, local for life kind of mentality. So I think those units are generally tighter. People stay longer. I think people probably generally care a little more because it's kind of like, the hometown militia kind of idea. Mm-hmm. And look, there's something to be said about age, wisdom, and just knowledge of tactics, past tactics, new tactics when it comes to fighting. So I think it's great. When I was overseas working for the Malaysian Air Force, they don't have anything like that. So it's active duty or nothing. There's no reserve. There's no Guard. So it's when guys would get out, experienced guys. I mean, I get it. It's expensive to have these various layers of the military, but over there, when a trained Hornet guy would leave, that's it. That all that money walks out the door. So, yeah, man, I think the Air National Guard is great, and I think the reason, man, is like I said, one of the reasons help retain some of the talent. So if we ever really need it, it's there.
Why didn't you go Guard, Gonky? Just because you wanted to fly the Tomcat?
He's following me,
dude. I had no idea.
No. I meant at the beginning, not.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the Guard or.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I remember when we got to Vance and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go fly Vipers." I'm like, "Oh, you mean you want to fly Vipers?"
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
This unit, and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
I went to the Guard when I was rushing units, and they at the time wanted everybody to be a crew chief first. So they wanted you to enlist.
Interesting.
Before they would interview you.
Why?
I mean, this is 2000 because they only hired from within. They only hired deserving enlisted maintainers, whatever. They don't do that anymore. But as far as I know, I mean, they probably still do to some degree, but they have open boards now.
Yeah.
When I was doing it, I sat in the squadron commander's office saying, "Sir, I want to be a fighter pilot." And he's like, "Okay, well, you can come be a crew chief and enlist." And I'm like, "Sir, I've got a scholarship to Tulane. I'm not what?"
No.
And so that's how I did not fly the Eagles yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the Guard is a different because every unit is different. There's no two that are exactly the same. So, all right. Anyway, enough on that. AJ says tuning in live with my medical assets. Wow. It would blow Gonky's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid Magnet says Luna Fund and Gonky cold meds.
Oh,
hey,
thank you.
I had it first. Tiberius says, love the show. Does covering these crash investigations like the UPS one in particular change your mindset stepping into an aircraft? No.
Nope. Never thought of it.
Oh, other than what I always told Gonky is if I go die in an airliner, don't tell people I died doing what I love.
Yeah, samesies. Samesies.
He hated every minute of it. He was not happy to the bitter end. He was miserable.
That's funny.
On my podcast, we'll talk about how they both loved it till the last second.
Till the last second.
Because that'll be the last way that I can mess with you. So,
That's true.
Justified all their opinions.
Try to take it back.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Yeah. 100%.
Two Wolf Jaeger says, is the continuity the guard bubbas provide the same on the ops side as maintenance? My first TFI unit had 2 guard dudes with combined 35 years and F-15s. Absolute animals taught me everything. Yeah. When we were flying T-38s with the 2-foots, so basically with the way it was set up is you had the F-22, you had the T-38. The T-38 was an active duty unit, but we were associated. So we had reservists, and the reservists flying with the active duty, we were the experience. Yeah. We were, that they leaned on us because you had brand new lieutenants and young captains, and, we're a bunch of crusty old dudes that had been flying for a long time. And that's usually how it is. Guard has a mix of younger pilots, but like that's where you get your dudes that didn't want to do the career track and just wanted to stay in one spot.
It's like the corporate knowledge is lost, right? So if you got guys that have been 35 years combined, they got a lot of corporate knowledge on working on that airplane. So
yeah, and like when we were at 204, the highest time Hornet guy,
nips,
and when I was at the Makos, one of the guy at Beamer, Keith Beam, he was a dude that flew the original A model and was the original demo pilot, and like BFM, he could gun you off the perch in a 9K, because he was just so good. And you're like, how are you? He's just,
he's an old guy. He's an old guy.
Old man BFM. He never pulled 9Gs. He was all like, how are you doing this? I'm destroying my neck out here, and you're over there just smoking a Lucky. It's good. Gundam Blade says, evening mover, Gonky, Doug, and Supreme Leader Wombat. Congrats, Wombat, on your first podcast. Second, can ask AI to write a story using Gonky. Third, Doug for podcast 2. And last, mover to just be mover. There's a lot of words in there.
You are best. But thank you.
All right, we got to get back to the stories. This one is near and dear to Wombat's heart. So apparently... an EVA pilot suspended for striking the first officer. EVA Airways on Saturday said that it had suspended a pilot, opened an investigation after he allegedly lost his temper, punched the first officer. So for those that don't know, the captain is the captain, sits in the left seat. The first officer is the one in the right seat. And he punched him several times as their plane was taxiing before takeoff at Los Angeles International Airport. According to a report published on Thursday by The Reporter, the incident occurred after the flight's Malaysian first officer tried to warn the Taiwanese pilot, surnamed Wen, that he was taxiing faster than the speed limit of 30 knots. Southwest is going.
What's the problem?
Why is this? Yeah. It would be Fight Club if Southwest had this problem. After alerting the pilot several times without response, the first officer manually applied the brakes in accordance with SOP, standard operating procedures. The pilot responded by punching the first officer at least 4 times, the report said, leaving him with swelling and bruising on the back of his hand. If you punched him in the hand, that's not bad. A whistleblower said they were disappointed that an emergency response plan was not immediately activated and that a pilot exhibiting emotionally unstable behavior was allowed to continue the flight, potentially putting passengers at risk. The report said the incident had occurred recently, but did not give a date. In a statement, EVA Air said it had launched an investigation immediately after learning of the incident and is still seeking to confirm the details. The airline said from the flight's quick access recorder indicated plane was complying with regulations while taxiing and was not speeding. So anyway, once it's complete, the pilot who's on suspension would be referred to a disciplinary board, but they're doing their own investigation. Civil Aviation Administration said it's opened its own investigation. So, gentlemen, I yield the floor to you.
Wombat, as our resident expert on captain things, have you ever had the desire or allegedly?
I'm not gonna wait. So what you're asking me on a live podcast is, have I ever had the desire to want to strike one of my first officers?
You don't have to answer that
The
question.
official answer is 100% no.
Good answer.
Well, hold on now. It didn't clarify, but I think he was flying a Boeing,
No, well,
and
then
that
I'd wanna
seems
hit
very
everybody.
Boeing-like.
Yeah, I'd want to.
Yeah, Airbus is more gentlemanly. You'd probably slap, but a Boeing punching, that's a very Boeing thing.
I would take my white glove out.
Yeah.
Whack.
Listen, obviously all of this is hilarious, but also scary, right? Because you have two people up there who are tasked with the safe operation of an aircraft, people's lives in it from point A to point B, and they're worried about things like this. Now, obviously, I was not there. I don't know how fast the plane was taxiing. Have I ever taxied over 30 knots? Probably. But one of the jobs, and I didn't really appreciate it as much until I upgraded to captain, is, you know, you could use whatever catchphrase your airline, your organization uses, but you know, your job is to kind of set that tone, right? And if you walk in and have that tone, now I would imagine, not an expert again, but culture has something to do at play here. And Gonky, you could probably talk to that more from your time overseas and stuff. But because I do know that it is very specific in certain cultures where first officers do not speak up. Period. Like, you do not question the captain. That's clearly not the culture in the U.S. Anymore, and it certainly isn't the culture on my aircraft, and it never has been, because we're a crew, you know. And it take me back to the E2 days or my last flight at the airline. Like, person next to me is helping me out, you know, and I love bringing that up early on when I meet a new first officer that I'm going to fly with, because I'm like, my thing, and anybody that's following me has heard this. It's like, hey man, if you would text your wife, your significant other, your husband, whatever, and you're like, check out this guy and what he did, just tell me. I want to know, because if I'm doing something that's so far off base, I think it's the only, you know, you telling me as a first officer is the only way I'm going to keep myself within the goalposts of my career. Otherwise, we've all flown with those captains. They drift, and you're like, how did you get so weird? Like, what? Like, when? Because I know 30 years ago when you got hired by the airline, there's no chance you would have gotten hired with that behavior. So how did it drift to this level? You know what I mean? And I really do think we have to keep everybody in checks and balances. Now, that being said, if I agreed with everything every first officer has ever said or done, no, of course not. You're never going to. That's an unrealistic thing. But I have told them that if you feel like, you know, don't follow me to the crash because you weren't going to step on the brakes, right? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you got him there for a reason. Now, ideally, talk to me sooner, so hopefully I can communicate back what's going on or what I'm seeing or something. But that ultimately, that's your last line of defense. If you don't feel safe, step on the brakes, set the parking brake. We'll figure it out, you know. And it was funny. A guy I just flew with was telling me a story, because usually when I give that, like, that brief of, hey man, you know, or, you know, it's like, if I'm doing something super weird, let me know, right? Usually when I say that, it brings up another captain they've flown with that's done something super weird, and they're like, oh, okay. So I think it just lets their guard down. They can talk. And he told me the story about his habit whenever they got taxi instructions, and he goes, this was from flight school, is I would just read it back out loud. So like, he would, you know, hey, taxi to runway 26 right via blah, 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 blah. And he would say it on the radio, and then he would say it out loud, right? And I guess this captain didn't like that little tick that he would do. It annoyed him. And after doing it a few times on this trip, he goes, yeah, I got it. I heard him. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, so I didn't say anything, right up and watched him turn the wrong direction on a taxiway, you know. And I'm like, perfect, you know. I mean, so it's, and again, I saw that in the sim too, is, you know, it's amazing what your behavior in the left seat can cause other people to do, good and bad, you know. So this is obviously bad, and it sucks. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. All the captains I've ever flown, it's like the 3Ds, right? If I'm doing anything dumb, dangerous, or different, let me know. And
Yeah.
they always tell me, hit the brakes, and then we'll talk about it.
Yep.
You know, don't let me crash this
100%.
thing, and then tell me, hey, by the way, did you see that? You
Yeah.
know, so
You know,
yeah,
we're supposed to be at Alpha 17, right? I don't know why you pulled into Alpha 19. Like, why didn't you like,
yeah.
come on.
And well,
Yeah.
you bring a good point. I mean, culturally, yeah, there may be some issues there. I mean, Taiwan, Malaysia, I to be honest, I don't know culturally
Yeah, I
how.
don't,
Yeah, I know Malaysians are like the nice, like, dude,
Yeah,
literally
super
some of the
nice.
nicest people I've ever met my entire life. So, but you know, SOP, right? Standard operating procedure. We're all kind of supposed to operate within those guidelines. So any deviation from that would be different. So, you know, hey, if he was going too fast, he didn't exceed 30 knots mover because the FO hit the brakes and took a couple hits for it. So, but yeah.
Yeah,
Gonky,
that's
have you ever
crazy.
been punched?
No, no.
Yeah.
I've had some angry flight leads, but I've never been punched.
There's always a first for everything. There's always time.
There's
And
time.
by the end of the year.
I've got till the end of 2026. That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, good talk. Thank you for your service. We will move on from that. Joe says, Happy New Year, guys. It's good the A team is back. Thanks, Joe. Welcome back yourself. Crazy Pete says 2,000 hours sitting behind two pilots. Yeah, a few times I was tempted to apply my mag light to them. That's actually considered lethal force. Hit somebody in the head with the baton.
That's awesome.
Hey, so Gonky, talk about your friends in Taiwan.
J-20 near Taiwan. Doug, bring it up. Chinese stealth fighter jet approached key Taiwanese airbase without detection. This is what engineering explained, right?
Interesting
Yes.
engineering, I think.
New footage has been released that seems to show Chinese J-20 stealth fighter flying close to Taiwanese airbase during a recent military exercise. Reportedly taken during the recent Justice Mission 2025. This has sparked debate as to whether the aircraft was able to approach undetected or not. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Weaver, but China just completed a very large force exercise, right? Aimed at Taiwan. So, says the J-20 flew within visual range of the Taiwanese coastline. They failed to detect the J-20. They got a photo of the J-20 with their F-16 sniper targeting pod. This happened around, I can't pronounce that. Ching Township in Tung. I guess my best. And I'm half Asian.
That was your best.
At the very southern tip of Taiwan. So,
oh boy.
Yes, this is hard to confirm. The PLA that claimed one of its J-20s managed to fly close to their airbase. According to reports, this incident occurred on Tuesday, December 30, during the second day of the exercise. Yeah, so they just wrapped it up. Yeah, so if true, the article says such an occurrence would be very worrisome for the Taiwanese air defense, because obviously, dude, you don't see the J-20 coming on your shores. No bueno. So scroll to the bottom, Doug. I think that, yeah, there's no actual video of it. I looked at it. Yeah, playing a dangerous game. It's just more the cat and mouse, right? So China last week, I think the exercise was about a week long. They did this big exercise aimed towards Taiwan, and it's not only to hone their skills, but obviously in this instance, right, the J-20 getting close to Taiwan itself, testing, right, poking the bear a little bit, see what happens. But yeah, no bueno if you're Taiwan, but Mover.
Yeah, it's just one more, right? We talked about the locking up a couple weeks ago, where I think those were J-15s, right? J-15s with the F-15s
with
Japan.
The Japanese, yeah.
And then last week, Wombat and I talked about the two alleged, some people said it's fake, but the two alleged fighter pilots on guard or whatever frequency they are basically trash talking each other.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of go with the article, like, how do you confirm that, right? If it's undetected, so you're relying on one side to tell you. There's no confirmation that this even happened in the first place.
Yeah.
But if it did happen, I don't see it as an escalation so much as testing of defenses and testing of capabilities. And it's definitely something you take seriously, because the world is a interesting place right now. And, you know, I feel like it has been a stated goal of China to reunite Taiwan in the not so distant future. And when that kicks off, I don't think it's going to be good for anybody.
Nope.
Wombat?
No, I agree. It's bad. It's bad news. But it's no different, in my opinion. Well, it probably is. But I mean, we used to have Russian bears come out and try to find the carrier all the time. It wasn't because Russia necessarily wanted to, you know, come after the U.S. at that moment. It was they were testing tactics. They were seeing what they could do. It was all just, it was a game, you know, it was a giant. It was the same thing. I think, Mover, we talked about it on your show about the Iranians, you know, and their F-4s, F-14s that would come out and make comments on the radios where they'd come hot at you right up to the border and then turn out. And Gonky, you've dealt with that.
They
You're
did that
just
to
like,
me. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's
experienced
just like,
that.
it's a game, you know, but it's a deadly game, right? Especially when there's conflict between the two countries that heats up. You know, as Mover said, this isn't good for anybody, like nobody. So there will be loss of life if this kicks off on every side, in every facet. And it's not going to be, you know, like what we just saw a couple nights ago. So yeah, not good.
Yeah, Baghdadi Mike adds, could China do to Taiwan what we did to Venezuela? Thoughts? No.
Yeah, I don't.
Absolutely not. No, it'd be a bloodbath. It would be, the terrain is different. The capabilities are different. The support is different. You're not going to see, there will be loss of life on both sides in the extremes.
Large numbers. Yeah.
In the extremes. I mean, there are simulations out there. You can go Google where people have done the video simulations, and they're not far off from the truth as far as loss of life, defending certain positions, defending the terrain there and stuff. What happened in Venezuela was a special operations mission.
Yeah.
You know, with one specific objective to actually invade. Dude, that's a meat grinder. That's not going to be fun.
Well, I mean, is he asking, could they go in and remove
the
I don't think so. I don't think they're that either. Whether
I don't either.
I think you're talking a very, very different threat laydown.
Yeah, it's a different tactic, I think. I don't think they have any intent to go in and just remove the leader. I don't think that's ever been their intent. So
yeah.
Yeah. And then Code Monkey says, if Southwest pilots punched each other going faster than 30 knots, because it was knots, not miles per hour, they would never get a flight off the ground. It'd be Fight Club.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the punching of his hand.
Yeah, because
normally his hands have usually punch shoulder, face.
Well,
maybe that's what he could reach.
I know in the Airbus, well, for one, FO doesn't taxi, so I'm usually staring out the window. And in the Boeing, I mean, I'm looking for things. I'm staring out the window looking for objects.
Yeah.
But in the Boeing, the mover in the 7.3,
this is not a 7.3, dude. This has got to be, if it's Los Angeles, we're talking triple. Or
did you ever taxi as an FO? Is what I'm saying.
No.
So why would you ever have your hands on the throttles or thrust levers?
Who knows, dude?
You don't.
Right.
You don't.
To hit my hand, dude, you have to like reach. It'd be weird.
My
face
face
would be a better target.
Well, maybe that's what. Maybe he was guarding his face.
Oh,
and he punched him in the. Yeah. You know, I mean,
perfect.
maybe what? Maybe this was a.
Maybe. I don't know.
Griff says, got here late, started watching from the beginning, reference Wombat's podcast. If doing it for posterity, I'd keep copies on your PC in case YouTube deletes it. Yeah, you're going to get demonetized.
That's right.
Or blocked.
For which part?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we never know. It's always a surprise for us.
It is.
Okay. Cool.
Renee says, Mover, how can a slack line take down a helo? That was one of the topics. We don't have to talk about it, but
I saw that. That's a shame, man.
I think it was an
That's-
MD 500
Yeah.
that was flying low level through mountainous region, and slack line was put out, and they hit it, and it caused the loss of life. I think 3 people, or was it 4?
Four, I think.
4?
I-
I think it was a pilot and 3 others.
It is 3
Yeah.
nieces, right? It's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as how that can happen, I mean, you can't see it, right? Anything gets wrapped up in the rotors. Those rotors
Yeah.
are moving fast. So it doesn't take much. But
If the
just
question
like-
is to the strength of the slack line, I got into that pretty deep. They put a safety line out, and it's probably Dyneema. That stuff can like have a 7,500 pound braking load for a 1/4-inch strand. It's incredibly strong.
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
well, it doesn't even take that much. I mean, we've seen, anything get caught up in the rotor, it can take it down.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Really,
I mean,
You
it's,
know,
even like ratchet straps, kind of light stuff.
I don't know about ratchet straps. I mean, it can do some
that's
damage.
That's the actual weight of the slack line. It's just a whole lot stronger than that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, phew, it's
Yeah.
terrible. And what do you do? I mean, I'm surprised they don't make a market with like some, like the orange, like streamers or something, just for marking purposes. But I guess, are they expecting helicopter traffic? They probably never even thought of it. Like the slackline people probably
Yeah.
never crossed their mind that, hey, this could be a danger for the helicopter. And the
Yeah.
helicopter pilot never thought, hey, there's these unmarked wires, taught across that with a 7,500 pound brake strength that I need to worry about. It's just
Yeah.
one of those things.
They published a
That's-
notice,
Did they?
Oh.
Yep. but it wasn't for the airport they were flying out of.
Hmm.
Again,
all this
so they
and
probably
all
never
this and more
expected-
details featured on Juan Brown's Blanco Lirio channel.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they published a NOTAM, but it was for a different airport, I mean, you're still not thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't read NOTAMs for other airports.
No, I don't either.
Tar Heel Sun. What? Hold on now. My wife wanted a Gonky coloring book. The top Google return is the pick in my profile. What the hell? I ain't buying that book for her. Gonky McDonkey. Okay, I have several questions.
Several.
Dude.
I have many questions.
Well, you
First of
misspelled
all,
Gonky. That's why it pulled up that book.
Yeah.
Gonky McDonkey.
But that's pretty funny.
How old is your wife?
Who are we talking to? Me?
The man who's buying a coloring book. for-
No, his wife is a fan of Gonky, so she wants to support it.
They want to
That's
support
fine. Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Gonky
That's-
McDonkey. Dude, I'm gonna go find it.
Gonky McDonkey.
I gotta give
I
you
know-
a copy.
Dude, Withy's listening, and he
Oh,
will have
for
that
sure.
for Drill Weekend. He's
For
gonna have,
sure.
he'll have that
one
for
of
Drill
those
Weekend.
one of those good donuts too. But
Yeah, he'll have the coloring book plus probably a cricket in your ceiling. Fitted Wing says massive earthquake Japan.
oh wow.
It sucks.
Well, I hope
Hopefully
they're
everybody's
okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonky McDonkey sends his thoughts and prayers.
Oh boy.
Hey, Gonky. This kid seems like somebody you would teach. So just play the tape, Doug. I can't even, like, there's nothing.
What you're looking at is a burning wreckage of I think,
Burning a wreckage
170
of a Cessna 172, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they
In
interview,
Australia?
no, SA, South Africa, Adelaide, yeah, it might be Australia. All right, so that's the burning wreckage, and then they found the student pilot.
To lose the plane, I've been
Turn it up,
flying like 20 hours, but
Doug, turn it
yeah,
up.
I just want to move on and just want to learn more and just I just realized a lot of things I need to know about the plane things stalling or landing. So I just want to train more and I'll be better next time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, get back on that horse.
He is the new spokesperson for Never Down, Never Out. Right there.
Wombat's
man.
first guest.
Dude,
Wombat's
you can
first
see
guest.
the burning wreckage in
Play it one more time. Play it. Well, just please play it.
Do you want it from the top?
Yeah, we already got right here. Is fine. Play it, please, one more time.
Yeah, it's a bit sad to lose the plane. I've been flying like 20 hours, but yeah, I just want to move on and just want to learn more and just, yeah, I just realized a lot of things I need to know about the plane things, stalling or landing. So I just want to, train more and I'll be better next time.
All right.
It's like I feel like I've said that to an instructor in a debrief when I've had a bad flight.
Gonky, was this your interview after you crashed? Can we hear that story again?
Yeah, no, you can't hear that story again, but yes, it's like it's very familiar.
All right. First, before we laugh anymore, we're glad
Thankfully
the
he's
kid's
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Glad the kid's
Nobody got hurt,
okay.
right?
It's very obvious that English is not his first language.
Right.
So, he's shaken up. He doesn't know the rule that you never talk to the media, and you definitely don't talk to him right after a mishap. He's enthusiastic about flying. Something happened. We don't know whether it was pilot error or something out of his control, although based on what he said, maybe leaning one way or the other. But we don't want to roast this kid too much because it seems like he's got a good attitude and he's trying. And I mean, hell, dude, if I crashed an airplane and I had the wherewithal to say, well, I'm going to get better next time. Cool. Good on you, man. I love it. That's Gonky. That is Gonky to a T.
100%.
No,
100%.
I don't think I would be that composed after because I mean it's literally still burning behind me. It's like I'm not sure I would be that composed and confident.
I'm not sure I've been that composed and confident after my best flight,
That's
let
true.
alone.
That's true. Valid.
I mean,
yeah.
good on that dude. Like, stick with it, man. Like, jeez.
He's almost doing like the Ricky Bobby. Car handled real good today. Was
Yeah.
real good out there in the pattern. I'm gonna just go out there and fly better and do better and probably not crash it next time. Thank you.
I mean, wow.
Like, you gotta learn, adapt and overcome, right? I mean, come on. Yeah.
Oh man.
My hat's off to him, man. I hope for me.
Dude, thankfully he got out. Thankfully,
yeah.
it's so. I
No
mean,
kidding.
I'm glad we're talking about this in good humor and not as another fatal mishap as we've done so many times in the last year and a half, 2 years. But I mean, good on him for saying, "Hey, look, I'll get better."
Because he tore that plane up.
Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest.
It was his favorite too. He was sad about it being his favorite plane.
You can't get much worse. So
It can, because he could be in it. So it
Well,
definitely on the scale of how bad things could be.
true.
But you know what, though? He's only a few years away from getting punched by that other guy.
Dude,
I tell you what, I used to be a civilian flight instructor, and like, I mean, he's a student pilot, right? 20 hours. I was always a little. I always had confidence in my students, but at the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I really hope something doesn't go sideways that I have not prepared them for, right? Because you always worry about that stuff. It was signing off student solos was not one of my favorite things.
No.
Well, even we had to do it for first solo in the Hornet too, so I did a couple of those.
Well, I was thinking about that because we had to do it for Meridian, Kingsville,
Right.
for LSOs, but you're right, it's just different. I don't
It's
know,
weird.
man. I mean, as a certified flight instructor, instrument and MEI, freshly renewed, by the way, which maybe I'll have to use after the podcast and books all tank. But like, yeah, I've never done it, but in the military, it's just different. Like maybe we're just desensitized to it or something, or maybe you're just so trusting of the training syllabus that you're like, all right, man, like. But I mean, there were guys you take to the boat. And you're like, well, where did that come from? Like,
Yeah,
dude,
I think I was one of them.
You were.
Well, it's good. Insurance company's gonna pay it out. He'll live to fight another day.
Yeah.
The NTSB released a preliminary report on that one in New Orleans, by the way, and it's got no information other than they did this
Oh, into
big
the
bank.
lake.
It's like 30 something seconds for the final turn from the last
one was
known
this?
position.
The Navy guy.
The one that happened while we were on air. The Navy
Oh,
guy
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
instructor out of Gulfport, and the owner of the FBO comes out and was like, "Hey, nothing wrong with that airplane. That's the first thing we know.
Right.
Don't know anything
CYA.
else, but we know it was not my fault."
Yeah.
But they came out and I think this is one where there's they still haven't found the bodies.
Oh,
What?
really? They haven't pulled
They
the
have not
bodies out of
found
the
they have
lake?
not found the bodies yet.
They find the
Holy
airplane?
crap.
They found most of the wreckage. Yeah.
Jeez, dude,
The
I
wreckage
didn't know
was
that.
found, I think, 500 feet away from where the last known return was. But as far as I know, as of the last time I looked at it, they hadn't found the bodies yet.
I thought they found. Oh, okay.
No.
Wow. That's very
Yeah.
sad. I mean, that's very important piece of the whole evolution for closure for the
Yeah.
families.
Yeah. Yikes.
So anyway, as of this year, so the H-160, beautiful helicopter, one that I think is awesome. It's Airbus. You guys like Airbus products? I went and hung out with the Airbus folks at Verticon last year and got to talk to the chief test pilot on it. And he's like, "Man, this thing will do everything." Well, it saved some lives because the Brazilian Omni Taxi Aero Airbus H-160B with 8 people on board, we take an emergency water landing off Cabo Frio in Rio de Janeiro. According to Brazilian Navy, rescue operations were on the way. It had 6 passengers and 2 crew members going from the oil platform, which is what these are used for. And scroll down. Just go to the video, Doug. There it is. Make it. So the rafts were deployed.
Yeah.
And look at that thing, the pop-out floats. It's got automatic pop-out floats. And everything worked as advertised. There's actually a video from one of the rafts. I don't know if we have that, or if this
We do.
turns
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. So there's video from the raft with look at the helicopter, dude.
Best selfie ever.
The guy's smiling. He's like, "Hey, it's so nice out here."
I lived.
Look at that thing.
That's the ELT going off. But I mean, the helicopter's fine. I mean, put it in some rice, you'll be fine.
Little corrosion.
Yeah, put it in a bowl of rice, you'll be fine.
That's crazy, dude.
That is.
But
I'm assuming the rotors are ignorant fixed wing guy are down like that because of the impact.
yeah, that thing didn't survive.
Okay.
That's not how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
So they probably auto I guess you auto rotate.
It's a twin engine. I don't know what the malfunction was. Yeah, I guess they did an auto rotation into the water, but
That's crazy.
all they
dude.
say is emergency landing. But it is the
that's cool.
first H-160 known that I know of because it's a fairly new helicopter. It's the first H-160 mishap, and all survived. So,
Mover, are those in civilian helicopters? Are those flotation devices on the helicopter to keep it upright? Are those normal?
for those kind of helicopters, yeah. For
Yeah.
for H-160s, I think that's a pretty common feature, especially when you're talking oil platforms and stuff. Like the R-44 and even the Bell 505 I've flown, they have pop-out floats. So it's on the skids, and you have to do it. It's a handle on the stick or on the, if you're talking Robinson, the little bicycle thing, steering the cyclic, but it looks goofy. It's a handle. So you pull the handle, pops out the floats, which have to be repacked. So it's expensive. It's like popping out a slide or whatever.
Right.
But it allows, remember, I think we looked at that. Didn't we look at an R-44 video where they were just floating around the thing because they auto-rotated into the ocean?
I didn't.
Maybe we didn't. But there was a video of an R-44 where they had some kind of engine malfunction. They did an auto-rotation and landed upright in the ocean. Now, will that save you if you're like, do a dynamic rollover? No. You have to still land softly enough that you can stay upright. But as long as you stay upright, you got pop-out floats. That'll save you. A lot of tour companies use them, like New York tours and stuff. You'll see the big things on the side of the skids. And these helicopters have them in as part of the helicopter. which is, I mean, awesome, dude. Just think of the helo dunker and all the training you got for
nothing. You just walk out the door.
That's what I'm getting at is, you know, in Navy water survival, they always taught us, hey, helo hits the water, engines are on top. First thing it does is roll over. And that's why the helo dunker in the Navy drops into the water, it rolls over, and then, you know, you have to do your proper escape out of that thing, which, you know, at night, so we simulate with the painted goggles on, is very disorientating when that thing rolls over. And it would be really nice to have some floats come out to keep it on top of the water like that. Because, dude, especially at night, you know, if that thing rolls over and goes under, I mean, your odds of getting out are.
Well, you got to remember too. Well, I guess the Navy's doing a lot of deep, clear water ops away from any kind of rescue thing. But you know, this is for a lot. This helicopter's used a lot for offshore. What I would be curious to know is if the Air Force's MH-149 or 139, sorry, the MH-139 Grey Wolf, if that has this system, because that's a civilian thing, right? And if they've got it for the military, my guess is no, that it probably was available and the Air Force and Boeing said, rip it out. We don't need that. Yeah. But I'm curious if it has that too, because you're right. It'll save lives. And, you know, it always comes down to cost, right? It's cost to maintain, it costs to repack it, you know, but hey, when you need it, I don't think you can put a price on the 8 lives it just saved.
Nope.
So,
I mean, the military could, which is why their version probably doesn't have one.
Take that off there.
I didn't mean to laugh, Gonky, when you were talking about the helo dunker. It reminded me of watching you do that in Pensacola.
Yeah, I got kicked in the face.
Well, I bet you and your cat shop brain don't even remember what I was laughing at when you got stuck in the door.
I got stuck in the cockpit because
so you had to do extra runs because you got kicked in the face, so you got stuck. But one time, remember when the way the training was, they would have an emergency pull up if somebody got stuck, and one of the people, I can't remember who it was, that was on your group, they could not get out. Like the latch was not coming out. So they called for the emergency pull up, and you were halfway out of the door when it hit you. And I remember you looking like, does this count? I will never forget.
I remember that.
You look over at the instructor and you go, does this count? And he's like, nope. And you just did a tumble into the water as you were cursing him. And it was hilarious.
I remember that.
Like, you didn't get out, man. Sorry. Like, yeah, that was API is a good time. Good time.
Yeah, dude. So glad I left the Navy. I never do another helo dunker.
Perfect.
Warhorse says, how skilled do you have to be to turn a 172 into a flaming crater? Jesus.
Yeah, thankfully he is alive.
Yeah.
Any landing you can walk away from, right? Says 2 Wolf Jaeger.
Yep.
100%.
Or T Wolf Jaeger. Sorry. Aaron says, Gonky McDonkey was written under Mooch's pen name.
Oh, dude, that is funny. Thanks for the shallow intel, bro.
Air Godzilla says, Gonky, did you get my email about Heathrow?
Yes, about the A350 something with the nose wheel steering. I don't know a lot about it, to be honest, man. I'm sorry.
Joe Booton, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Thank you, thanks to us maintainers on the flight line. Weapons F-16 troubleshooting SMIS not easy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, found it. All right, we do have an A321 3G top of T, no WCs. 3G landing. Just mute it, Doug, and play the video.
Soft landing.
Because we don't need the commentary. So this is the landing.
Aer Lingus, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Not very cunning of them.
Oh, dude.
It doesn't look 3Gs. It just looks normal to me.
They didn't flare.
Well, okay, first of all, let's not throw stones yet. All right? Let's really deep dive into this a little bit.
It is, at this point, you probably would adjust your flight path angle.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, he like wheelbarrowed.
That's nice.
That put a lot of load on that nose gear.
So, well, Wombat, you go.
No.
Tell us about what you saw there, sir. Oh, dude, look at that. Is that
That is, yeah.
3 Gs.
That's impressive, and that's coming from somebody who has had plenty of firm landings. That is
so my
you're
loose
right.
understanding.
There's no pitch change at all right there. It's
So
just
Wombat can probably expand on this. So the way the Airbus flight logic works is as you get closer, I forget how close to the ground, the airplane will
below
start
50 feet.
Yeah, it'll start to program nose down, which is to get
Correct.
you as the knuckle dragging pilot, like I am, to instinctively pull back on the stick because it's
Correct.
uncomfortable.
Not here.
Not
Nope.
here. So when I watch this, I'm like, oh yeah, Airbus is doing what it normally does, and the pilots or whoever's flying just ignores
Well,
it.
It's interesting though. Like if you look at it, like watch the pitch, the angle of attack of the plane right before impact. It doesn't really change.
No.
So he's the pilot is doing something. It's just not nearly enough. You know what I'm saying? Because if he did nothing, it would go down, right? I mean,
Is it
the
slow,
pitch of the
maybe?
plane. What do you mean?
Well, man,
Like,
do you
did they
think?
get slow and just
No.
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I mean, the pitch looks fairly normal.
Do you think? Do you think in the cockpit we're hearing dual input?
Well, wait, you're not supposed to? I thought that was normal.
Which what I'm getting at is, so in the Airbus, if one person's flying and then the other person sees the deviation, just, like in this case, say the FO's messing it up, and then at the last minute, the captain pulls back on the stick, you have dual inputs on the flight controls.
Dude, look at
Well,
The airplane will yell at you, dual input.
The only thing, I laughed at first, but it could be in the sense that, man, this is hard to conceptualize, but because of that, the pitch of that plane never stopped, like it never changes. I mean,
Navy
I've
pilot.
had plane spotters videotape my landings, and it doesn't look this steady on pitch on a normal day. So, but if the pilot flying put a forward stick input and the pilot not flying pulled back, well, then nothing would happen. It would cancel out. Right.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Dual
if-
input.
yeah, if the pilot flying actually pulled back and then the pilot monitoring pulled back as well, likely that's where you get into like a tail strike scenario because it compounds the inputs. So yeah, that is, dude, they're lucky that nose gear didn't collapse. Honestly, that's a lot of force. I mean, you see it, like that's
Probably buff out, man. No problem.
like that. But then watch it right there when I mean, that's dude. That ugh.
I don't
That
think it's
is-
made to absorb that.
no.
Oh, dude.
There's a lot of science in there. That's yikes. I mean, it's a good amount of time just on the nose gear.
3.3 Gs is allegedly what they.
I want to know if the mass drops. That's because that's my unit of measure. Every time I open the cockpit door, if the masks are still up, I'm like, man, well, couldn't have been that bad.
Have you ever opened the cockpit door and the masks are down and they're wearing them?
No.
Not yet, thank God, right?
No. But that is. I've heard those stories.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
good.
that's crazy. I mean,
There-
hopefully nobody got hurt on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a oof.
3 Gs is a hard hit.
That's a
Thereby-
hard hit. You're
There
gonna
by
feel
the
that.
grace of God go I.
Yeah, same,
Yeah,
dude.
you're
I'm
gonna
perfectly
be-
capable of making a
Oh,
landing. like that.
dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a go around though? When you start wheel, I mean, what do you do?
It
You
should
just
be. Yeah.
let
So I mean, we train it. You've got two types of hard landings. You have a skip and a high hard. I mean, I can't imagine how you would feel 3.3 Gs and not assume that it was a high hard landing and you should execute a go around, even if they are for quitters. But
Well, I mean, you're on the ground anyways. You might as well just.
yeah, I mean,
it's a
log the
joke.
second landing.
Everybody.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Laugh.
Yeah,
blood
there's
off.
no humor here.
Yeah, no humor.
Ruptured duck. Flotation not installed on the 139. There you go.
Yeah, of course not.
Of course not. Why would it be? They want everybody to go through the helo dunker. What in the world?
What is happening now?
Uh,
Hotkey
that
problems. Sorry.
Warhorse says, did they land or were they shot down? They really wanted to be on the ground.
Yeah.
John says, let's do a side-by-side with one of Gonky's traps and see who did it better.
I'll tell you the answer to that.
Gonky, you should tell that story this week.
Again.
Fight Sword Radio. Looks like my standard F-16 landing in DCS. Thomas says, new book, Gonky McDonkey and the Golden Retriever.
Gonky McDonkey.
Tar Heel says, she's 52. Oh, he called me out on the joke. Still loves coloring, and we love supporting you guys. She just ordered a coloring book, and I got Trees in Flight, Spectre Rising. Sorry, Gonky, can't change picture yet. Live in infamy, buddy.
Whoever wrote Gonky McDonkey is getting a ton of hits right now.
I love it. Yeah. Dude, it's tough on the old Amazon KDP.
Yeah.
Give him a boost.
Give him
yourself a Gonky McDonkey or whatever it is.
All right. So Gonky McDonkey is the main character and title of a children's book by Pia Angela M. Francini O'Hagan, featuring rhyming verses and hand-illustrated characters to teach kids about emotions, persistence, and inner strength. Through Gonky's adventures to find his friends at a fair.
Wombat's podcast.
The book, published in 2015, also has a musical single offering fun bedtime stories for families. Please.
So there's a Gonky lullaby.
Now I'm down the rabbit hole.
There's a Gonky McDonkey lullaby.
Gonky McDonkey. Donkey.
Oh no! You think it's on YouTube?
No,
I'm looking.
Everything is.
Oh,
I'm looking. I cannot find.
Doug, if you can find it, I'm sure, dude, it's probably a smash hit. Millions of views.
No, there's no Gonky McDonkey on YouTube. At least not with that spelling.
Yeah.
There's the Walkie Donkey book wrap. If you wanted to go through that.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, that could be your call sign, cover story.
What?
There you go. You're a motivational speaker for children. That's where you got it from.
Dude, that is the best.
Why don't you do your hair like that?
That's the best looking donkey.
He used to.
That's Gonky's emo days. That's back. 2015 dude. Was an emo time for old Gonky McDonkey.
He was pretty sad.
She has no idea. She's getting all this free publicity. How many pages is it? 30?
26.
26. Look at that. Right at the.
It's $2 a page.
Wow.
$50.
$50.
Dude.
Holy moly. Mine are a bargain. Go back to TK Hard Sox page.
Doug is looking at things through the UK for some reason, but
perfect.
MW8924 says, I missed the extraction event portion of the pod. I'll rewatch, but what do you think the guys in the E2 with all the screens and radar things were seeing in their workload? It must have been crazy busy.
Yeah. Insane.
Give them the signal. Give them the signal.
I don't know. I mean, there was more than one Hawkeye airborne. There had to be. There just had to be. That's insane. 150 aircraft?
Yeah.
Baghdaddy Mike says Monday night must see TV right there.
Perfect.
All right. Gonky, this one's yours, man. You need to make amends with your friends.
Pull it up, Doug. F-35 to Turkey, maybe. Despite Israel's opposition, the United States continues to evaluate moving forward with the sale of F-35A stealth fighters to Turkey. So we talked about it before. What kind of stopped the deal last time was they purchased some Russian equipment, mainly the S-400. But if you scroll down, Doug, a little bit, obviously Turkey's looking to upgrade their air defense across the board. They're building their own next-gen fighter, right? The Khan as well. But I guess the recent update in this article is, excuse me, that stop right there, Doug. Even though the Turkey invested nearly $1.4 billion in acquiring the S-400, there's rumors that those issues may be resolved in the next 6 months. So maybe they're walking back that program or that deal they did with Russia as far as purchasing, excuse me, the S-400, which is opening up an opportunity maybe for them to acquire the F-35. They're also looking at Typhoon as well, and like I mentioned earlier, they are developing their own fighter, the Khan. So, but the big update really is the walking back of the S-400 integration into their air defense and possibly getting F-35. Israel doesn't like it, but in my opinion, the deal's not between Israel and Turkey or whatever. So who cares? It's just my opinion. But Boomer, what do you think, sir?
This is the multiple times we've heard this now, and the S-400, they spent over $1 billion for this. That's a sizable amount, especially of your defense budget. The only way I could see that working is if they could sell it to somebody, like if they could find a taker, and they'd have to guarantee that they fully divested themselves from all of the Russian hardware. Because the biggest thing is you don't want the F-35 being tested locally against Russian equipment, and then the Russians are getting that data, or Chinese for that matter. So that's always the concern. Obviously, Turkey's in NATO, so it's good to have commonality amongst NATO partners. But they seem like they're willing and able and moving towards the right direction to resolve the one thing that was the sticking point. I mean, even still, like you talked about, Gonky, they've got their indigenous fighters, the Kizilema, the drone. They've got the Khan. They are working on their own stuff. I don't even know that they actually even need the F-35 anymore if this is successful. And even if they did get the F-35, the timeline, like I can't imagine it's like, hey, here's we had some sitting on the lot. Here's a squadron. Like, they've got a assembly line full of other aircraft that they need to build in front of them. So this is not a short-term thing at all. And it may be overcome by events by the time they get it fixed. I don't know. Wombat, what do you think?
I mean, that's what I was going to say. It's interesting for sure, but they're not going to allow them to cross the streams, right? I mean, they're gonna have to pick one essentially. And I think even a country which I'm going to assume has got less red tape and more streamlined in their defense, than we have shown over the years, and how long it takes us to get stuff, it's still not a quick thing, So to be continued. So,
yep, that's right. And then Gonky, you had, hold on, let's get from Code Monkey says Airbus flight software team should review the CDR. Did the FSW enter condition not expected to the pilot's inputs and aircraft config? Going back to the previous thing we were talking about with the
who knows?
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they absolutely are. Captain Jerry Donnelly says, my call sign as an air intercept controller was Winterhawk. Not enough love for us AICs. That's cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Winter.
I like having good controllers.
Yeah.
Very nice to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Booton says, WEPS F-16, thank you, talking maintenance. Appreciate you, Joe.
Yep.
And another Turkey thing, but this is, you're not my supervisor. I don't follow orders. Gonky, you got that one?
Yeah, why not? Pull it up, Doug. I thought this was interesting. So the title is Turkish airline pilot says, I don't follow orders to ATC. So basically, ATC is trying to get them down to ATC's air traffic controls min vectoring altitude, which is actually lower. So despite the controller's repeated insistent demands, including including the statement, I don't follow anyone's orders, the pilot respectfully declined, citing company safety procedures. So the company's lowest altitude was actually higher than the min vectoring altitude. So they got a little argument because ATC wanted them lower, but the captain was like, no, man, my SOP says I don't go down there. So they had a friendly disagreement on the radio, and on with the way. I bring it up because this actually, like, something similar that's kind of happened to me when I was in Malaysia. It's never happened to me here in the States, but I was flying across the country in a Hornet, and it was, IMC, and ATC cleared me down. I forget the altitude, but I remember I'm going in the descent, and the rat out goes off at 5,000 feet, and the rat out went off, and I'm like, I look at my little moving map. I'm like, and I was the student. I was flying with one of the more senior guys. Like, hey man, is there mountains out here? He's like, oh yeah. I was like, how high are the mountains? And I forget he told me which was higher than the altitude. I'm like, so they'll give you an altitude low enough for you to crash into these mountains? He's like, oh yeah, sometimes. And I was like, oh, okay. Not saying that the controller was trying to give him a altitude that was low enough to crash this airliner, but there are times when pilots have to do pilot stuff, right? You're the one sitting in the airplane moving along at 200, 300, 400, 500 knots. ATC is doing their thing, right? So you have it in this case here, the Turkish pilot and the ATC, both parties are operating within their SOP, but there's a discrepancy. And I think at the end of the day, it got handled correctly. I think the pilot did the right thing. Hey, these are our rules. Always probably a little more conservative than the minimum. And, you know, everybody gets to fly another day. Wombat, what do you think, dude?
You know, I don't fly a lot around mountainous terrain per se in the States, but, you know, flying into busy airports, you'll hear a version of this occasionally, and it's kind of fun to hear. Not from international pilots. You'll hear from American pilots at legacy airlines, and you know, a lot of times it's at least in my opinion, it's the wide body guys and girls coming back in on their long flights, and they're tired. And, you know, they're trying to be conservative for good reason. They should be. It's a very critical phase of flight. And, you know, an ATC is used to vectoring people in at certain airspeeds, certain points, trying to get, you know, when we're busy, get a lot of airplanes in at once. And you'll occasionally hear kind of a little back and forth about, you know, a 7.8 or a 350 that's like slowing more than what ATC would expect or has cleared them to. And occasionally it gets grumpy, you know, and we had one a few months ago coming in here, and I heard it and I was like, oh man, we were on the opposite runway, you know, but you could hear the vectoring. I was like, that's going to buy you a phone number when you land. And switch ground, they switch ground, got a phone number for you. It's like, yep. So I mean, it's, you know, it's, there's a lot to be said for, you know, what my dad used to tell me in the fact that your goal in life should be able to tell somebody to go to hell in a manner that not only do they thank you for the suggestion, but they ask you directions how to get there. Right. I mean, there's something to be said for that. Right. And,
Perfect.
you know, I mean, it's very easy to, depending on the circumstances, you know, you're tired, who knows, you just got done beating up your FO, so your hand hurts. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, and, you know, it's just the one trigger point, and it stinks. We're all, you know, we're all fallible to it. We could all do it, but yeah, it's as long as nobody gets hurt, it's kind of funny sometimes to hear it. So,
Boomer,
I don't have any problem with it. Your company SOP says this. You know, you live by the FOM or the AOM, you die by the FOM, AOM.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff's written in blood. You know, like there was a American Flight 965 out of Colombia that, you know, they were going, you know, through the mountains of Colombia and were asked to, if they wanted to do the shortcut, to do the straight end to the non-ILS, non-precision approach, because they were on the ILS, because if they'd have flown the actual route, it would weave them through. And they accepted it and then dumped everything in their FMS. And so before they could reprogram everything in, then they tried to turn back, they ran into a mountain. Yeah. That's an oversimplification. There's a whole, I mean, sure, obviously there's more to it than that. But my point is, in some companies, policy in places like South America and stuff, as a result of that mishap, is you don't accept vectors off of an airway. You don't accept vectors off the STAR or the SID or whatever, because of the language barriers, I mean, sometimes it's capability barriers, right? Some countries, you know, it's not like working in America. So you're in a foreign country, they're trying to vector you down. Rocks will kill you faster than just about anything else in an airliner. And if their chart says lower and yours says higher, I'm going with the most conservative of the two. I don't have a problem with that. Yep. Like, I don't have a problem with that at all. I think the article kind of sensationalizes it because it became a YouTube video, but it even says they were civil, nothing else came of it, etc. I've had, like you were talking about, Gonky, I've had in a fighter, going into Salt Lake City, and they're like, hey, reef 11 slow to 200 knots, like unable, and they try to treat you like an airliner. It's like unable, and that is your right as the pilot in command when you get an instruction to go unable. Sorry.
Yep.
Because it's better to be unable. And if you have to get the phone call, make the phone call or whatever. But I would sure rather that than drag 169 people into a mountain or myself or whatever, or accept something because, ATC is usually pretty awesome, but they make mistakes just like anybody else. And if I have a overarching governing policy, I have to be able to explain why I didn't adhere to that. So I got no problem with it. I think it's, it's only news because it's news. You know what I mean? I mean, 50 years ago, I think, the pilot might have gone to the tower and punched him just like the other, but today it's news because it's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
Everything's on YouTube.
That's what we're here for, putting things on YouTube. G Walker says this show was better when Gonky was broadcasting from the garage with no heat. Hey, at least he didn't say it was better when Mover wasn't here, which was last week.
Yeah. Should be a false statement, man. Come on.
Pneumatic Elephant says, Happy New Year, folks. Have a fantastic 2026. Ignorant question. Are the pilots' uniform epaulets all the same? Our Mover Airlines, Wombat Airways, and Air Gonky will have their own design. Thank you. Oh, they all have their own design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonky's is just a Sharpie.
We just get a marker. We don't have the money for actual.
Yeah, on the white, there's Sharpie marks.
Pretty much. Actually, I just write FO on my.
I write FU because we all hate each other at mine. No,
oh, yeah.
Everybody hates each other. Nothing. Wombat just says,
Sponsored
Wombat
by
says
Porsche.
FU, but it says FU pay me. Like it's just more money, please.
No.
Rolling in the dough. Just kidding, Wombat. That's all. It's a joke. Joe, I think I did this one. But thank you.
Joe.
Yeah. All right. Our last topic for this evening. This should scare you, honestly. So this is our third turkey story. I apologize, but they've been doing a lot in aviation lately. This one, so we've talked about their quote unquote drone, the fighter sized drone that's shooting missiles and doing all stuff. This is a kamikaze drone. And I want you to see how horrifying this video actually is if you're a dude on the ground. Play the tape, Douglas. So it says, you know what? You need to die.
Oh, dude. Scene track, go.
Yeah. No, that's point track, my friend.
Point track, yeah.
Kamikaze. It like specifically the driver. It's like that driver in particular needs to die.
Wow.
And now it's this dude running away.
I'm a huge fan of the country of Turkey. Just want to get that out there. I love everything about it. Large. It's huge. Huge.
I love
huge
the outdoors
country.
and I love turkey.
I love turkey. I love turkey.
Dude, how terrifying is this?
This is obviously training videos to show its capabilities, right?
Yes, these aren't
Like,
people
who
dying.
volunteers to be the person on the other end of this? Because again, I go back to our capabilities, and
they're calling it off.
It's like that scene in RoboCop where the robot's like, you have 15 seconds to comply, and then there's a glitch and it starts counting down. You're like, wait.
I only hope it's as bad as my DJI drone that sometimes will track you and sometimes will just wander off on its own. That's my hope, because otherwise it's terrifying, right? For infantry, for small forces, like it is a tactical problem for which there are very few solutions.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, you launch like 1,000 of those things. I mean,
oh gosh.
And each one is like, you die,
right.
You die. And then if they can coordinate, like I already got him. No.
They're passing targets.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I guess you don't need the
Yikes.
A10 anymore, right?
No.
Not with this
Jeez.
thing.
Not with that
Nope.
Backpack launch.
Yeah.
That is some crazy
Sorry, Skid.
technology.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry,
It's
brah.
been overcome by a little RC motor and a camera.
That's wild, dude. I tell you, the whole drone AI, I don't know. It's
Scary.
scares me. It's yeah. All joking aside, it does scare me.
No, this is horrific.
Yeah,
This
only
is,
because I have kids. Like,
yeah.
I just think about my kids. Like, man, like, what is the future of warfare? What's the future battlefield look like,
Dude, that video, even though it was training with that guy running and looking over his shoulder, looks like something out of a horror film.
Yeah,
It looks like something out of like B movie. Just no,
yeah, dude. I don't know.
no. Doug, do you have the Nimitz by any chance?
Yeah, I can get it real quick.
I want to show you guys this because
That's pretty cool. Have you seen a Wombat?
I knew.
Your old boat.
There's an E2 and the Nimitz involved. Come on, dude. Of course.
You're-
Check this out. Are you
How many
ready?
people
Doug?
send me this video?
Are there
ready.
UFOs involved in this too, Wombat?
Make
No
it
comment.
huge.
We going with sound?
Sure.
Okay, hopefully it's not.
Start at the beginning. Check this out, dude. We don't maybe need that much music. Tomcats.
That's awesome.
I particularly
Many
like
Thomas Cruise can go
the
up
hanger
the
neck shot.
yeah.
Wait, is this the
Yeah.
theme from
Final countdown.
yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Dude, look at
Look
that.
at that. That's
Are
the
they gonna
carrier we
launch
can
it?
actually afford.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, they didn't show it crashing into the water.
They didn't show the TF-30 flaming out.
Yeah.
So
So
launch a Hawkeye, too.
That's
there's a
pretty
full
cool.
video, Doug.
You'll find it.
No, it's like right there at the bottom. It says
Oh,
full
that's
video.
pretty easy to find.
Yeah. I mean, good luck finding it, but I'm sure it's pretty there. It's,
I tracked it down. This is what
yeah,
you pay me for.
Good job. Good job.
28 minutes. Wow. That is,
That's longer than your podcast.
it is.
There it
There's the
is.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Wait, I gotta catch.
I wonder if I'm a character in this. I mean, they had real
Yeah,
people.
Well, I
You're
mean, I'm
that
pretty,
dude,
pretty
right?
sure you could if you wanted to.
I mean, Wombat, look, even the landing area looks used.
Yeah, no, it's accurate.
I mean,
Oh.
look at that. Yeah, there you go.
That's
Yeah.
that's Final Countdown.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just wanted your opinion on that. Thank you
I-
for not saying much. That's nice.
That's
Wow, dude.
amazing.
I mean, what do you say? It's awesome.
It's
I mean, how much work?
perfection.
Yeah, how much
Well,
work went
I-
into that?
Are you
Oh
going to
my
buy
God.
one?
No,
Put it in your pool.
but it,
Dude,
I mean, now I want one, but
Ripley with the Red Rider, that thing would have 1,000 rounds through the hull in like an hour. They'd be at the bottom of the pool.
it's hilarious. Still worth it. It'd be funny.
So worth, for that thing probably costs like 15 grand to make.
Dude,
yeah, probably more than that,
the
dude. That's
BBs
crazy.
would ricochet off. It's probably unsinkable.
Well, I'll tell you, the real Nimitz was not unsinkable. So had some holes in her when we were done with it. But yeah,
Did it
No,
sink?
it's cool.
it
It's
didn't
cool.
sink, but we had
She's
a
old.
water tug put a hole in this hull in, I think it was in Chennai, India.
You were there for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I was on the shore, and because I was one of very few people that got off the boat for that port call, and then the seas got too rough in the harbor, so nobody else. We were senior shore patrol. And-
Lucked out.
Yeah, and Phil, our S3 guy that came in, S3 NFO, came to the E2, and I remember him coming up to my buddy and I, and he's like, "Dude, volunteer for senior shore patrol. Trust me." And I was like, "No, it sounds horrible." He's like, "Trust me." So we did, and we got off first because senior shore patrol would always go first,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then the sea state got so bad, and we spent like 4 or 5 days in Chennai at like this ridiculously nice hotel. Like, and it was all underground. Like, I mean, the city itself was a sight to be seen. But once you got into the compound, and I mean, it had a mall. I mean, it was all interconnected. You never had to leave. And I really wished by like day 3 I had read the PowerPoints on what to think about before going into port, because the beer was very, very, very strong. I didn't realize that. So, but yeah, we had a great port call for like 4 or 5 days. And every morning it's like we'd get the call. Yep, nobody's coming off the ship today. We're like,
when did the tug hit it?
while we were out. They tried to bring in a new water taxi because there's so many people staying on the boat, and unfortunately that water source was contaminated. So when we came back, everybody we're coming back on the shore patrol boat, and they're all we're all talking like, all right guys, nobody else got off the boat, don't be that guy when you show up to the squadron. And then we had learned by the time we had got back that they had coined the port call Chennai because of how bad everybody on the ship was sick for 4 days. Yeah, it was horrible, dude. It was horrible. So of course we bragged about being in a 5-star hotel the whole time.
Oh, Captain Jerry Donnelly says SOP is now SOG, standard operating guideline, gives you more leeway to deviate from the procedure.
No, that's
Baghdaddy Mike says spending next weekend at the skeet range.
Nice.
Is it SOG to go to the skeet range?
I think that was in reference to the drone video. This is why he's going to the skeet range.
Oh. Splash the zero, says Carl.
Thanks, Carl.
Midnight Owl, words. Chinese vid a few years back showed a drone swarm chasing people through the woods, avoiding every obstacle until it hit. Real or not, scary. Yes.
Wow.
Scary. Yeah. Mover says mental health minute. Does Gonky say mental health minute? You wrote this. Tell me about 2026.
No, dude, that was last week's mental health minute.
I
wasn't here last week. How do you say hello 2026 when that was last week?
Yeah, it wasn't 2026.
You should have said goodbye 2025.
Okay, then you say goodbye 2025.
I know it's hello 2026. It says it right in the title.
I did it last week, dude. You'll have to watch last week's episode to hear that story again.
Oh my God. Listen. All right, here's your mental health minute. Who cares? I'm serious.
Wow.
That is the thing we all need to learn is who cares? Because we get spun up about the dumbest things, and whether the YouTube commenters or work or whatever, we get spun up about all these things, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The end result is the same no matter what you do. Who cares? Is it going to matter in 10 days? Probably not. Who cares? And the more you take the who cares attitude, the more freedom you have, because who cares? Let's just move on. It's not to say don't care about anything, but there's a lot of stuff in this world that we get wrapped around the axle about what other people think or what they will think. I watched a short or a reel or read something, I don't know, something on social media that said that there's a party theory that if you go to a party, you think everybody's like noticing you or noticing something, but honestly, they're all wrapped up in their own stuff and don't spend 10 minutes thinking about you. And if you have that mentality and realize that they don't care whether your shirt is the wrong color or got a stain or whatever, then you become less self-conscious and you actually enjoy yourself and have fun. So the who cares mentality is don't sweat the small stuff. Don't worry about it. Just who cares? It doesn't matter. Let's focus on the big picture, important stuff. That's my 2026 is who cares? Because it's all going to work out. Right, Gonky? You're muted, so why don't you tell me about yourself?
No, Wombat, please, sir.
No. Wombat's last. You go now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, come on, man. That's how like Mover. So the way it works, Mover usually calls me with something he cares about, and I'm like, dude, why do you care? Right. So, yeah, dude, you hit the nail on the head. It's not that things aren't important, but there's a great photo or video of like Michael Phelps in the Olympics, and he's swimming, and the guy next to him that's gonna get second, like he's constantly looking over at Phelps, and Phelps is just head down, just in his lane doing his thing, man. So I think there's a lesson to be had there. keep the distractions away, have a goal, have something you're doing, have, whether it's just something as simple as just spend an evening with your family, turn all the noise off and just do that. Right. So, I'm a big fan of trying to eliminate distractions and just whatever the task at hand is, doing it. And, also, for me, a big thing I've mentioned before, but, I'm a Christian. I believe God's got a plan for me, and I'm going to do the best I can to, to execute that. And like Mover said, the small things, right? Like I can't control, I can't control everything. Right. So, you got to have some faith in something. My faith is in God, a little bit, in my ability, a tiny bit. There's not much there, but yeah, just at the end of the day, I really don't think that a lot of people really, I know it sounds bad, but really care about exactly what you're doing, right? Because we're all so busy in our own lives. But yeah, Wombat.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you guys put it really harshly. There's another podcast out there. It's pretty new, but it's a lot more refined when talking about topics like this. But
Copyright.
Okay, I don't even know what that means. I think we do spend a lot of time worrying about other people and what they're going to think, or what they're going to judge us, or how they're going to judge us. And one of the things that I remember hearing that really hit home, and I try to remember it as much as possible, is, don't take criticism from somebody you wouldn't ask advice from. And if you think about that, we because of the social media side, but everybody lives in a world where people judge. We do, right? I mean, ours is very tangible. You could see it in comments, both positive and negative, but everybody's judging. We live in a world where, because of the nature of it being a one-sided conversation, a lot of times, even with the three of us, how many people are watching, I have no idea, but it still feels one-sided, right? It's easy to get caught up and to read those things and to worry about it, and it does. It's mind-numbing. I mean, you feel like everybody's against you, and in the flip side, you also feel like people know you better than you know them, right? I mean, you get people that follow you, which is crazy, and they know you, like, they feel like your best friend, but then it's like, well, do you really know me? I don't even know if I know me, but we spend all of this energy on it, and I'm guilty of it. I mean, we've talked about it, about the negative comments, but it's, people, they make those comments, or they judge you at work, or they judge you in your family, or, because frankly, it's not that they are against what you're doing. They're jealous that they're not accomplishing the things, right? When you do a thing, whatever that thing is, doesn't matter. Could be writing, could be a podcast, could be losing weight, could be having a healthy relationship with your family. When you do that thing, the people around you, they're not mad at you for doing the thing. They're mad at themselves for not doing the thing, whatever that thing happens to be. And those are the people that lash out. But unfortunately, it's easy to sit here and say, well, don't read the comments, don't read the reviews on books, right, Mover? And we've talked about that. But it's hard, because that's your creation, that's your product, right? And you're trying to put out a good product, and you're trying to get positive, you're trying to get constructive feedback, not necessarily positive. But, you have to look at the source sometimes. And, if somebody at work is like, man, that guy's a bad pilot, after one of my landings, well, I didn't ask. And frankly, I wouldn't ask you for advice on how to land. So I'm not concerned what you think about my landing. If they're that bad, my airline will tell me. Trust me. And then those are the people I am concerned about, because they pay my bills, right? It's the same thing when we talk about whether it's content on YouTube or podcasts or books. It's, people this is the worst book I've ever read. Now, I used to joke with Mover all the time. Like, I'd love to be able to reach back out to that person and be like, please send me a copy of yours. I'd love to read it. But you haven't written one, right? So it's, I really do think that I understand what you guys are saying about the who cares, what people thinks, but a more refined way, I think, is what you're actually getting at. And I think you both believe this is, if those aren't people you would seek advice from, then take their criticism for what it's worth, which is very little.
Douglas.
Since it's a room full of fighter pilots, I brought platitudes. I've got relax, nothing is under control, which is one of my favorites. And I also went and looked up the Serenity Prayer, which is part of Alcoholics Anonymous, among other things. I don't know which big book everybody was reading, but God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, which the last one is the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of lines up with what Mover is saying. Just don't care about any of it. That is the extent of my remarks, sir.
End scene.
We can't see your face, so we're not
Yeah.
sure if you're thinking.
Are you pausing?
Yeah,
Pausing for
we don't wanna
effect?
be rude. Yeah, we thought maybe you were gathering your thoughts or something. I don't know. I'm just here for.
You've known me long enough to know I never gather my thoughts, Mover.
I know, but
They come right out my mouth.
I didn't know if you'd muted yourself because you do that sometimes.
Sometimes you unmute yourself at the wrong time too. But
You
Wombat's still
think
butthurt.
that it makes you feel
Wombat's
better.
still butthurt about the yawn.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I ain't never gonna forget that.
No.
Captain Jerry Donnelly says, "Don't sweat the small stuff, and everything is small stuff." Military lingo 101.
Yep.
There's also something in there about petting, sweaty stuff, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Different mental health minute. for that
J Walker, who cares? Just live. Things you can change. The things you can't change, who cares? Apathy. John says, you have no responsibility to live up to what other people think you ought to accomplish. I have no responsibility to be like they expect me to be. It's their mistake, not my failing. Richard Feynman.
To be fair, Richard Feynman did win a Nobel Prize.
Nerd.
Wow. Thanks,
He
John.
was a really good nerd.
Nerd. Isn't that Sheldon Cooper's hero? When Richard
Oh,
Feynman?
man. That's going to ruin Feynman for me now.
Why? I thought you came around and started liking Big Bang
I
Theory.
don't know, but I do like Feynman.
Yeah. All right, fellas. That's all we got for today.
Nice.
There's no more
It's a
show.
heck of a ride.
First show 2026.
You guys
We got
listening
a
or-
whole new podcast to check out now. Look at that.
Yeah, this is
It won't take
This is
long.
the end. Now it becomes the Gonky and Mover show.
Wait a
Wow. Wow. Not going to be invited back.
Ink Cyclops says timeline on Mover Ruins movie Stealth Fighter. And come on, Ice Cube stealing an F-117, also F-111s, F-16s. God, let's look. Yeah. So we got a show next week, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is there
At least-
something big?
Come on, man. Every week is a big show on the Mover.
Well, I mean, the way you were saying
definitely
it,
want to tune in for next.
That's
week.
Gonky's been reading books on how to get people to watch our show. That's all that is. He's been asking Chat GPT how to make the Mover and Gonky show better. Step one was to remove Mover.
No, I
And just
just
make
say
it a
remove
Gonky show.
yourself.
Always with the cliffhangers.
Yeah, remove
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah. Remember your spicy cheese, you idiot.
Wombat.
sure.
Thanks, man.
So I watched part of episode 0.
Mhm.
Are you using the same numbering conventions as we are? Is it,
No. That was just a hey,
hey.
this
You
is the
guys.
purpose. That's all.
Okay, so tomorrow is episode 1.
In
Are you going to
theory,
do like Star Wars and do like 4, 5, 6, and then go back to 1, 2, 3?
no, I'm not smart enough for that. So in theory, yeah, I hope so. If I don't screw it up,
Hope is not a strategy.
it's got me this far.
No, you got to do or do not. There is no try. Yoda, Jedi Master.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
I mean, you can't do a podcast on motivation and then not be motivated to do your podcast on motivation.
First of all, sir, I can do whatever I want on a podcast.
Free country.
That's the beauty of my podcast, correct? So it could be the anti-motivation podcast. There could be a second podcast
Demotivational?
that demotivates everything I say on the first one.
Mover ruins Wombat's motivation.
Episode 0. Mover ruins.
Yeah.
Never down.
No,
never
it's
out.
there's one thing I will say today. I'm happy that I got as far as I got with it, as far as setting stuff up and doing research and topics, etc., and all that. Because it is, and I'm sure I'll reach out to you guys because I know nothing about this space. But something I will pat myself on the back. I had not written today, which bummed me out because I had written every day this year, all 4 of them prior to today. And I hadn't written and I was bummed, and I had to take my son to basketball practice. And then, like I told you, I was rushing straight back here. Thank God for 720 horsepower. I would have been late. And, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to write. And that ruins my goal of writing to keep track for book 3. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a second, I have an iPad, and I brought it. And that was where the picture was. It's on Instagram and the stories about, writing and chapter, I think it's 26 of the 3rd book. So, you can make the times. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. The podcast isn't going to be perfect. Initially, it's going to be a growing evolution, but I do think that there's something that can help people. Hopefully, that's my goal, or at the very least, something for my kids. So,
Or could buy you a new Porsche.
I don't need a new one. I'm perfectly happy with my current stable of vehicles right now.
Another Porsche.
I don't need, because then I'd have to build a garage, which is infinitely more expensive. So
I've tried, Gonky. I've tried.
what
All
are
right.
we
Well,
trying?
Crazy Pete says, here we go. Mover and Wombat fighting again. Standard.
It happens.
Especially
It
now that we're
happens.
competitors.
Yeah. Well, is it really a competition?
Books and now a podcast. What's next? Wombat ruins movies.
No, I don't. I have no intention to do any of that stuff.
Mover
I
buys
think
Wombat
that-
motivates movies. What are you gonna do?
Here's the thing, man, and I firmly do believe this. Like, there's a lot of people out there in this space that'll tell you to find somebody that you emulate and mimic them. Find somebody that's successful in a space and mimic them.
So you feel somebody else?
We're gonna have to get uniforms, Mover.
Uniforms.
I'm not that
Yeah.
person. I'm not going to mimic your
We have
format.
uniforms. We're already in uniform, sir.
We're now just yeah, we're not. I'm not gonna. Nothing that I put out is gonna mimic anybody else. It's gonna be authentic. It's gonna be me. You're gonna get me for who I am. Screw ups, misspeaks, and that's it. So
Thomas says, I yawned when you were just speaking. It's 9:27, sir.
yeah, no, it's
Sinus.
it's fun. I appreciate you guys having me on all these years, because clearly it's the writing's on the wall. It's sad with the followership you have and the content you put out that one little 16-minute podcast just knocked you right off your high horse. And you're afraid. You're running afraid right now. And that's how I will never be invited back on this.
Look, I have nothing further to say on this matter. Gonky.
No, I'm going to
goodbye.
drag it out because I'm trying to get free
I'll
publicity.
I'll
as long
see you
as I
next
can.
week. Doug, thank you for your service. Wombat, good luck with your life.
Thank
See you
you,
later.
everybody.
Bye.